clock in the parking lot. You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
Move the riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We all had Memorial Day off, but we're back on a Tuesday, and I am such in a good mood, Jeff. I can wait to get back in studio and see you guys.
You are the worst mood I've ever seen.
No!
I came in here and you looked all pouty and angry and you know what? You were like an old curmudgeon.
No.
Coming in. But I am going to say this, though.
What? I'm in a really good mood,
No,
by the way.
I believe you said that, you only have so many words.
I run out of words.
You said, hey, I don't want to talk too much because I will run out of, I only have so many words in the day.
Think about it. Not even in the day. Think about taking it like the year. Let's say I've got 100,000 words in me in a year.
You've used them up in the first hour.
It's May. It's like end of May, and I think I'm out. Like,
When you told me that, I had to laugh because it was darn funny. But honestly,
you're like, Pep, why are you so quiet? And I'm like, Jeff, listen, I'm an introvert by nature,
That's what you
and
said.
I've only got so many words. I've got to save them.
But I'll tell you what, man, I missed you. I hadn't seen you since Friday, and it seems like an eternity since I've seen you and Greg. An eternity. There was so much going on all weekend. I had no one to talk to. I sent you a text. I got no text back. I didn't even get. All I got was an angry face. I got an angry face emoji.
From me?
Yeah, you didn't even want to text me. I thought we were tight, but I understand. You run out of words. You run out of words.
So they're either audible or even written.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's just words.
Yeah,
words,
just
words in
words.
general. Whether I'm hearing words or saying words or writing words, I run out of words.
I don't.
That's why I turn to emojis.
Yeah, all emojis. I was trying to explain to my oldest son this weekend about how much we actually talk. And he goes, wow, I had to do, Dad, I had to do this 3-minute presentation on my class this past week. And I said, that's piss. I said,
3 minutes?
3 minutes?
Nothing.
That is absolutely nothing. But before you and I started this radio show, could you imagine if you remember being a kid and having to go up in your class and give a 3-minute presentation? It was like the scariest thing in the world.
Eternity.
But now let's think, oh my gosh, we got 180 minutes every single day.
Every day.
Wowzers. That's a lot of minutes that you and I have to
is.
fill because it's just you and I talking, and then Greg will chime in and give us this great music.
A lot of words. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of work. A lot of words.
A lot of words.
So yeah, you're almost out of words for your fiscal year.
I'm like, good thing the fiscal year's up on what, June 30th?
Yes.
The new fiscal year begins July 1st. I'm hoping all the new words kick in by then.
Oh, and you've used all of your big words.
I didn't think I was in a bad mood. You're just, I walk into the studio, you're like, why are you so quiet?
Well,
like, what's wrong with you?
Let's be honest here. I came in the office like I was zippity-doo-dah. I was dancing. I'm feeling great. My body's felt great now for 3 straight weeks. 3 weeks in a row. No pain, no gain, just feel great. But I wanted to hug you. I wanted to give you the brother hug. You know, the one where you kind of go, you lean over and you give him that little pat on one shoulder and you're kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything from you. I didn't even get a raise of the eyebrows when I walked in. It was like,
I think I turned around to acknowledge you, like, give you a head nod.
yeah, but you didn't. You didn't. Let's just be honest. I looked at you. You were looking at your phone. I said, hi, Pep. I said, why aren't you talking? I only have so many words. I can't do this.
I'm an introvert. I am
introvert.
running out of words, Jeff.
Oh, that was the funniest
Typing,
thing.
writing, listening. I run out of words. Listen, I know there's people out there that understand my plague.
No.
It's real. You only have so many words.
Well, I'll tell you
And
what.
I'm holding on to the words.
I'm at school right now, and there's no kids left hardly because everybody's finishing up.
So you save all your words.
I don't talk to anyone all day, so I look forward. To coming in here and seeing Greg Holla and you.
It's like this. You have a cell phone plan, right? Greg Holla's
do.
on his phone right now. He
Yeah.
knows. So you have what I would consider rollover minutes. You stockpile all of your words, and they roll over to the next day,
Yeah.
the next month. You have
Yeah.
a surplus. You have rollover words.
Yes.
In my cell phone plan, in my word plan, I'm always short every month.
Come on.
And if I go over, I'm going to pay a big penalty. So I got to conserve the words.
Yeah, you don't say a word. You were very. You know what? You've become almost too big time. Your ego is growing beyond the studio.
I am very important. We were talking about buying a new trampoline. Like, there's some big things going on.
Big things in the Fernando's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, but the words are running out.
Oh.
So.
All right, well, I'll try to keep them to a minimum for you today.
All right, so Jeff, go ahead and take over this.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can talk. I could run out of words at any given moment. You never know with me.
But you've got the rollover words. You've got like the unlimited plan.
I do have the
I've
unlimited
got like
plan.
the what's it called? The extra large 20 gigabyte plan.
That's
and
it.
I'm up against it, and the words are out.
I'm always in the clouds, too. So that's the cloud. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, the cloud.
I'm bouncing all over that cloud. Those words are all over the place.
Well, believe it or not, we do have a great show. It is great to be back. I am in such a great mood. Don't believe a word Jeff says. We've got a big show. We got to talk NBA Finals, Dodgers, Halos, and NFL stuff, too. The Chargers back at OTAs, those organized team activities, which are optional. It's all brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Go get your oil change every 3,000 or 5,000 miles. In fact, Greg Hollow was in here and said, hey, I got to get over to Spoiled. I'm like, do it. Mention the Inland Sports Show. They'll give you the best deal of your life. You will not regret it. You'll be in your car feeling like you're going strong. You don't want to break down on the side of the road. At 91, it's a mess out there. People coming back from their Memorial Day weekend. So that's why you go to Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. All right, so the NBA Finals, it's Warriors against Cleveland, part 4. I think people, Jeff, are kind of falling on two sides of the fence. It's a little polarizing here because either you're like, yep, two best teams, again, best players on the planet, again, going head-to-head, and some people are just kind of gosh darn tired of seeing LeBron James and the Warriors go head-to-head. I mean, we could have had a Boston versus Houston Finals.
Yuck!
We were close, but no.
No.
LeBron against Golden State, 4 years in a row. Are you cool with that? Are you down?
Yeah, because I think if you look back in the past of all of, let's think about your childhood. Think of baseball series. Think of, remember basketball, the Boston Celtics, Lakers. Do you remember those in the 80s? That was it.
The big Converse.
I mean, it was a lot of fun, and yet I think maybe social media, the way that everybody now everybody's a reporter. I think sports in general, I think these finals, people are taking it for granted because everything is seen through social media. Even if you're not watching the game, you know exactly what the score is at all times. But if you're a true fan and you're watching these games like I have been the last couple weeks, I'm enjoying it. It's going to be part 4. I think it's going to very one-sided, but I still think it'll be cool to see the best player on the planet play against the second best player on the planet.
Yeah, and as a sports fan, too, this goes back to the NFL and the Super Bowl. The 49ers are my team. Joe Montana is my guy. But I want to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I want to see LeBron James in the finals. I want to see Golden State in the finals. This is not going to last forever. Like, I know we're like, oh, we're tired of this. Listen, this is not going to last. Everything runs out. This is not going to last forever. Might as well enjoy it while we can. We got the two best teams with the two best players on the planet going head-to-head for the title. I think this is fun.
And I'll tell you what, if you're a LeBron James fan and he has carried this team, the Eastern Conference, horrible conference, but for Cleveland to make it and watch the best player on the planet play, and then playing against a team that if anybody watched the game last night, that third quarter was like watching a surgeon. They tore apart and dissected that Houston team. It was unreal. People say that CP3 was out and that the game would have been different. I beg to differ. I've never seen a group of guys that can turn it on so quickly and score in bunches. They were down 13. I got up to make a chocolate milk for my kids, and they were up 3. No joke. They were up 3 points, and I was like, what the heck? And then it was a landslide. Steph Curry hitting threes, layups. They did exactly what they were supposed to do to win it, and Houston did everything in their power not to win it. How do you go 0 for 27 in one stretch from beyond the arc?
I told you, if I had 27 three-point attempts, I'm going to make one of those. I can guarantee you. I would make at least one of those threes. These guys are multimillionaires. Listen, hands in the face. They're being defended. I get all that, but come on, 27 straight threes?
Yeah, you can't go
like
7.
Even the Sacramento Kings are like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
You can't go 7 for 44 from the 3-point line. And when you're in that drought of going 0 for 27, you got to get to the free throw line. They didn't get to the free throw line one time unless they had Hackapella.
Yeah.
Every single time, and I stole that from a buddy of mine. Hackapella was in full effect. Make that guy shoot free throws. The Warriors came down, scored in bunches. Fun basketball to watch. A thing of beauty in that third quarter.
So the final score last night in Game 7 was 101-92. That sends Golden State back to the NBA Finals for the 4th straight year, taking on LeBron James and the Cavaliers. I believe that will start on Thursday, the NBA Finals. Houston did not have Chris Paul because of that hamstring injury. Jim Clover was right. He joined us on Friday and said, listen, there's no way. If the injury is what he thought it was, and it sounds like it is, there's no way that Chris Paul was going to come back for a Game 7. He didn't. Jeff, and we'll go more into NBA later, but do you think there was any way that if the Rockets had Chris Paul, it would be Houston playing on Thursday in the finals?
I would say no, just for the simple fact is that third quarter was tearing Houston apart. I think that Golden State is in such great shape. They're used to playing this up and down game, and I don't think Houston was really – I don't think they had the legs to go in that second half. They were within 10 at the first half. And I thought, Golden State's okay if they can come out. But it just looked like Golden State never tired. They just ran and ran and ran. And Houston, when you miss 27 threes, and I think any friend or any basketball player knows that when you hit the front of the rim, that means your legs
are shot, yeah.
Yeah, that means you're not getting enough lift. And you watched every single shot, unless it was a layup, was hitting the front of the rim. I think they didn't have the legs to go against Golden State.
All right, so if you like LeBron James, you're going to get it. If you like Golden State, you're going to get it again. Part 4. The Warriors have won 2 NBA titles. LeBron James has won in this, 3-year stretch that we're looking at the last 3 years. 2015, Golden State. 2016, Cleveland. 2017, last year was the Warriors again. So it starts Thursday. So I'm into it. I know some people aren't. They're tired of it. It's like saying, the Yankees are always good. The Patriots, they're always in the Super Bowl. I'm kind of into it because you know what? It's not going to last forever. The 49ers had a great run. And the Dallas Cowboys had a great run. It never lasts forever. Look at the Lakers. As great as they were with Kobe and Shaq, and then Shaq left, and they were still pretty good. Won, 2 NBA titles without Shaq, right? With the Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant Lakers. They won 3?
They won 3.
I thought they won 3 with Shaq and then 2 without him.
2 with Shaq and 3 without Shaq. Yes, they were much better without Shaq, actually. Because you had Pau Gasol, and that was the Kobe Bryant era. That was the dynamic duo era.
Which is going to lead us to a conversation later on the show because Kobe Bryant was tweeting about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and we've had this conversation before. Who's the greatest ever? So we're going to bring up a Kobe tweet later on the show as he discusses the greatest of all time, and in the most Kobe-est way. Of course, he includes himself, right? I mean, you're talking about Kobe Bryant. Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah.
For gosh sakes, he's an Oscar winner. He's an Oscar.
Hey!
He's almost a triple threat. He's won an Emmy, an Oscar.
He's a good guy.
All he needs now is a Grammy, and he is a triple threat, my friend. Just like who else is? There's only been a few triple threats.
Who?
Only a few. Great actors, great singers. I don't even know any.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Actor. Great
author.
Actor. Hey, and I have a beef. I'm going to talk about this. I still think Kareem is the best player of all time, but I'm starting to lean a little bit towards Wilt Chamberlain, and I have my theories why. I'm changing.
Really?
Yes.
You scoffed at me when I said my top 3 all time. I think I said Michael, LeBron, and Wilt.
I would have to put
Scoffed.
I would have to maybe put Wilt, Kareem, and then anybody else.
Really?
Yes.
What, you have 2 players in front of Michael Jordan?
I have 2 players that are definitely in front of Michael Jordan.
Aren't you a basketball guy?
I am
Didn't
a basketball guy.
you watch basketball
You're
growing
damn
up?
right I did. You're darn right. And I'll tell you why later if you want to get into it, but I
want to get into it.
I want to tell you why.
I'm in a good mood today. I'm ready to banter. To baseball, man. Que lastima. The Quakes will not have Clayton Kershaw in a uniform this week. Here's the deal. No, que lastima. No me digas. But no, it's kind of good news if you're a Dodger fan because he had that simulated game on Saturday in the bullpen at Dodger Stadium.
Did he win?
I guess. He had lots of strikeouts. He won the game, however you want to slice it. But it went so well, they said, hey, Clayton, you look so good. You're not even hurting. Your bicep looks great. You don't even need to go on a rehab assignment. You're going straight to the Dodgers. So on Thursday, Clayton Kershaw will be on the bump as they take on Philadelphia. So if you're a Dodger fan out here in the Inland Empire and you're hoping to make it out to Lone Mart Field and hear old Mike Skog call the game with Kershaw on the bump, it's not going to happen because Saturday went so well, which is good news, I guess, if you're a Dodger fan, Jeff, that Clayton Kershaw is good to go on Thursday.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're a Doyer fan. And Clayton Kershaw is the best in the major leagues. Be nice to see him back.
Ay, qué lástima. Okay, Dodgers have won 9 of 11 games. They won 5-4 against the Phillies last night. It was a come-from-behind win as Dave Roberts took on Gabe Kapler, who I still laugh because on Gabe Kapler's Wikipedia for a short time, it said he was the manager of the LA Dodgers. You remember that? I did a screen grab of it. I have it somewhere.
Wow.
Before Dave Roberts took the job.
I just thought he was the star of Welcome Back, Kotter, but that's Gabe Kaplan.
Gabe Kaplan versus Kapler.
Oh, okay. Oh, Gabe.
Gabe Kapler, the guy I remember because I interviewed him once.
You did?
And I accidentally deleted the video.
Oh.
And I had to learn the lesson the hard way. As we went from, this was like old school, like actually shooting on a tape.
Yeah.
Like an actual real tape.
Yeah.
And then we went digital. And you shot like on, it was kind of like an SD card, but just picture one like a giant one made out of metal. It was like a giant SD card, like that big.
And you erased it.
And I erased it
Did you
accidentally.
get yelled at?
By myself.
Oh.
I yelled at myself.
No. But that's not a big deal. I yell at myself all the time.
The Angels are at the Tigers tonight. They lost yesterday 9-3, but Mike Trout did hit his 18th home run of the season. That leads all of Major League Baseball. Best player in the game. Hands down, Mike Trout right now. Don't at me. He is.
No, I
He's
agree.
The best.
He is the best. But, the Angels 4-6 their last 10. Seattle 9-1. Houston's
Seattle's actually really good now that Robinson Cano was suspended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Seattle, the Mariners have turned it around. This could be interesting here.
They cut the drugs out of their locker room. That's what happened.
Addition by subtraction.
But the Angels, though, they're struggling a bit, but mostly with their pitching. I mean, they're giving up early runs, and their starters have been great so far this year, but the last few games, that early starting rotation has really hurt them.
All right, if you've got a take on the NBA Finals, do you want to see LeBron win it all? Do you want to see Golden State win again, continue this dynasty? Are you just sick and tired of both teams in the finals? You can give us a call, 951-369-1350, or make sure you follow us and tweet us at Inland_Sports. We'll react to those tweets as well. Once again, the hotline is 951-369-1350. The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. And Letterman's jackets. They do team sales as well. You got a big order, it's all good. They can hook it all the way up. Maybe you just need a baseball mitt. They can do that too. Ken Sporting Goods in Horsetown, USA, Norco, California, kensportinggoods.com. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more NBA. You know we have to. Plus, it's semifinal Tuesday for the CIF Southern Section baseball and softball semifinals. And we have our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week to announce. It's going to be wonderful. We'll be back. I'm in such a good mood because it's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart, is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Here in the state of Pennsylvania. Come on, give me that booze, you little pumpkin pie haircutted freak. Come on.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Hey, it's Tuesday. Welcome Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We are brought to you by Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. Days like today, when I'm in a really good mood, I go on Instagram and Twitter and I read the inspirational words from Coach Bass. Gets me all fired up like I could take on anything. Like Gandalf against that big evil guy in the Mines of Moria. I can do it.
You could?
I can do it. But that's only after I read those inspirational words from Coach Ray Bass. Basketball, football, golf, lacrosse, any sport, any level, everybody's going to Boost Performance Training because they want to be the best. Bring out the best in you, man. The Boost Gang, Circle of Boost, Boost Performance Training. All right, Jeff, so we both went to parties this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Before we get into the CIF Southern Section semifinal contest, the baseball and softball taking place today. So, and I'm looking forward to I call it Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday.
Because we got all the semifinal games. If you win, you go to the championship games. The softball games are down in Irvine. The baseball games will be split between Cal State Fullerton and UC Riverside right here in the IE. So I'm excited about Super Tuesday. But I had to get to the weekend to get to Super Tuesday.
So tell me.
I had to battle. So I went to a birthday party.
Was this for your kids?
It was
friends?
for one of my daughter's friends. It was one of those deals where nobody wanted to go. I'm sure we all have this circle. We have kids. There's a kid in the class. Nobody wants to go, but you go anyways. I had to split because we did go see the Solo movie.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those deals. It's like, okay, let's just do it. We're going to be the bigger person. We're just going to go. We're going to sit through it. Ay. Now, I hear your story over the weekend, and it makes mine pale in comparison. Makes mine seem like it was a vacation.
I went to a charade. It was a charade, my friends.
It was all fake news.
It was a fake news. It was
phony stuff.
It was like walking into a fake newsroom and having everybody tell me it was the fakest stuff. This is fake. No, my wife, Smetty Smed, her brother was going to school at Florida State University.
Oh, prestigious school.
Oh, prestigious.
The Seminoles.
The Seminoles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't Deion Sanders go there?
Yes, Deion Sanders went there. Well, he got a degree, supposedly. Allegedly. I call BS. He has a...
What, you don't think he got his degree?
I do not. I think it's fake news. I think it's really fake news.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know I've had some friends who they'll walk for graduation, but they still have like one more class to finish up in the summer or something like that. Could it be that scenario?
Well, I'll tell you this. There was no walking, and Dad went and flew out to pick him up and drove cross country, drove the entire way.
Wait, so you're telling me there's no photos of him graduating?
There is no photo evidence.
But he's got the degree.
No, I didn't see it anywhere. He was studying.
Wait, they had a whole fake party?
Nothing on the table. I looked everywhere. I looked on the walls. I looked in every spot you would have. I went into the office. Did you ask? I didn't want to ask because everybody flew out from Cleveland because that's where Smed's family's from. So everybody flew out for this big, elaborate graduation party. But it was all ruse.
Wait, so you're telling me all the family flew out, all the family got together through a big swanky party.
I think it was a ruse.
And it was all a fake.
I think it was all a fake. I think that they were so embarrassed by this guy.
Uh-huh.
My brother-in-law.
Yeah, he sounds real embarrassing.
Yeah, and I honestly, so I got, I'm not going to give him a great gift. So I got my cheapest bottle of wine. I got out of the wine rack and I jammed it. Smed said, "What are you doing?" I jammed it in a piece of paper in a little bag, and I took it over, and that's what he got. He got some fake wine for a fake diploma.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Like a whole family getting together, throwing a huge party for a guy who didn't graduate. It was a graduation party, right?
It was a graduation party.
But he didn't graduate.
It was all a ruse. There was a cake.
That's messed up.
That's
weird.
There was burnt hot dogs and burnt hamburgers. It was flavorless food, but I'm going to say this. The one bright spot of the whole thing, the best dip I've ever had. I still have, every time I go to my mother-in-law's house.
So it's worth the dip.
You
could pull up with all the phony news.
Yeah.
You could put up with all the weird relatives. You could do all those things.
Yes.
For the dip.
For the dip was the best thing ever. They always give me a to-go dip, so I do appreciate.
To-go dip.
I appreciate the family for thinking of me. Always give me that.
But
extra
it's still
dip.
fake.
Fake.
Now,
fake.
Jeff, did you ask him what he's going to do now? Since he's a
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? You got your degree.
Yeah.
What's he going to do now?
Now he wants to be a nurse. Okay, now here's the deal. He has a degree, a supposed degree.
Allegedly.
Alleged degree.
There's no pictures?
I'm going to say
no
this.
degree.
Okay, he's supposedly in music because
Okay.
he plays the saxophone.
Okay.
And then there's this a class, it's called queer theory,
Okay.
which is, yeah, exactly. I
I've
don't know.
never heard of that.
Never heard of it, but it supposedly is a major.
Has
at
anyone
Florida
looked
State.
this up?
I don't want to, because I have no idea what this stuff. The guy can play the saxophone like none other. I just think it was fake news, and I think we were all at a ruse.
Wait, so maybe everyone thinks he was just hanging out in Florida, didn't really graduate or go to
hanging
school?
out in Miami. Hanging out in Miami is last year. You know, he's got a sweet car. He's got a sweet apartment.
Wait, how's he have money?
I don't know. That is another question that we all talk about
Mysterious.
in the Gorham house, the Gorham Smedberg house.
He must have a sugar daddy.
He must have somebody.
So
Somebody was on the
we were
take.
both at parties. We did not want to be there. At least you got dip.
Yeah, and my sons got yelled at because they touched the walls.
Oh, that's really
You cannot
bad.
touch the walls in $1 million house. Several $1 million. You can't
Because
do
the
it.
fingerprints? You can't leave-
Fingerprints. Cannot touch the walls. Cannot touch the art on the walls. The kids were not allowed to do anything. They were not allowed to play bocce balls. In fact, if you threw a bocce ball, those things are heavy as can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and little kids were throwing them. They were wearing no shoes.
Oh, dropping them on their toes.
Oh,
Like,
I
that
was
would
so
be bad.
worried. But yeah, my job was to babysit and watch the children so they did not get hurt in the museum of a house that my father-in-law had.
So we both had to battle through the weekend to get to Super Tuesday here.
Yes, it was a rough one.
Super Tuesday, it's going to be a great one. In fact, all the games are just now beginning in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. In baseball, in Division 2, we've got Yucaipa at Ayala. In Division 3, Redlands is the home for Maranatha. And in fact, Daryl Trujillo is at RHS right now covering the game for Inland Sports.
Always has his hands in something.
Right now.
Right now.
In Division 4, Hemet at Monrovia. Division 6, Moreno Valley on the road at Silverado. And in Division 7, Orange Vista is at Fillmore. The Fillmore Flashes heading up towards Santa Barbara. In the softball playoffs, in Division 1, the top seed, Norco on the road at Los Altos. In Division 2, King is at Buena, which is Ventura. Division 3, Redlands East Valley at Don Lugo. Division 5, JW North at Templeton, which is like way up by, I don't know, it's like Santa Maria. That's a road trip.
Wow.
Division 6, Carnegie at home for Mary Star of the Sea. And also in Division 6, we have Banning at Highland. So potentially, we could have an all Inland Empire Division 6 finals if Carnegie and Banning both win. So those are the semifinal matchups here on Super Tuesday. The winners will advance to Friday and or Saturday for the CIF's Southern Section Championship games. And now, Jeff, our Marines. Recruiting Station Riverside, Athlete of the Week. This was unbelievable, man. It was Norco High School star Kinsey Kinsey Hansen, the Marines, recruiting station Riverside. Win against Los Altos today. So if we get a live update, and I'm sure we will because they've already tweeted us, they already sent us a picture of them in pregame getting ready for the actual game. So once the actual game starts, we'll get updates from that one too. Plus, remember, Daryl Trujillo is live at Redlands High School right now.
He is.
The Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association All-Star Game is also coming up. That's next Friday, June 8th. So once we get through all the playoffs, once we have the Major League Baseball draft, you will have the Inland Empire All-Star Game again next Friday, June 8th, 7 o'clock. We'll have the game live on the Inland Sports Channel. Stephen Kono and Jeff Gorham will have the call.
We will?
Live.
I will?
You're calling it.
I am ready. I love to do baseball.
I am going to be your ace cameraman, as long as I don't screw it up.
No.
We don't have Cullen. He's deep with the Sabre Dogs in North Dakota.
Hey, we need to talk about him. He seems to be getting like a social life up there. Something's going on. He might stay in North Dakota.
He might not come back.
He shouldn't come back. He should go to Minot State and forget whatever he's doing out here, and he needs to get a wife and family real quick.
Real quick.
He's in North Dakota. He needs to fit in,
They
man.
start families early.
Oh, yeah, as fast as you possibly can. I mean, you meet someone, you get married in a week, and then you have a baby then like 9 months later. Next spring.
He's going for it.
He needs to.
But, there's another intern with the baseball team. She has taken a liking, it seems like, to Cullen. Yeah, just based on the Twitter conversation. So I've jumped in there a couple times to kind of spur the conversation forward. Just keep it moving.
Have you been matchmaker?
I'm trying. I said, hey, tweeted at her, hey, you should ask Cullen about the time he interviewed Mike Trout of the Angels for the Inland Sports Show.
I saw a picture of her. She looked pretty good.
I'm just trying to spark conversation for Cullen.
Yeah, he's really scared. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll come back a man.
He might. Cullen Holtz, one of our guys in North Dakota, all summer.
Goes up to North Dakota as a boy, comes back a man. He'll have facial hair.
Maybe a face tattoo.
He might curse a little. He might be, and act tough and
little.
Unbutton that top button. He'll be great.
Oh, yeah, he buttons it all the way up.
All the way to the top.
All the way up.
Where's boots?
His socks match his shirt.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
He's one of those guys.
I can't wait to see him as a real
man. But we love him like a son. All right, when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, I'm going to tell you what Jeff and I have in common with the Chargers' Joey Bosa.
I can hit like Joey Bosa.
You can?
Oh, yeah. You give me a running start, I can tackle anybody.
The Chargers are in OTAs right now. We're going to hear a little from Phillip Rivers when we come back as well. But Joey Bosa, Jeff Gorham, and Pep Fernandez, they all have something in common, not with Greg Holla, because Greg Holla feels differently. And that's okay. We celebrate.
He's a millennial.
He's a millennial.
Yep.
He thinks differently than us, but that's okay. When we come back, Joey Bosa, Star Wars, and the Chargers when we come back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Oh, you can't think I'd do this on purpose, sir. Look, I tied him to the rear bumper when I was packing the car. It was very confusing. I must have forgot. I'm very sorry. I feel terrible.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Every single day from 3 to 6 p.m. right here on the local sports leader. We're brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. They've got specials every single week, and you can save thousands of dollars. Can you imagine what you could do with all that extra money? You could build a nice big garden, fill it full of peppers and lettuce and squash.
You could build a fountain.
You could go on a little vacation. You could build a reading room and a fountain. There's all sorts of things. But if you want to waste your money, go somewhere else. If you want that nice reading room or a garden full of peppers, go to Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, and finance, and they got weekly specials. Save thousands. CatalanoCars.com. Did I tell you the story about when Greg was almost arrested?
No.
It actually just happened about 30 minutes ago, so it didn't happen that long ago.
I did see some coppers came in, and I immediately thought, oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I do? Because they came right into our studio, didn't they?
And they looked right at you.
They did. They looked right at me, and I almost just said, okay, put them on. And I turned my back to them, and they go, no, we're not looking for you.
We had the Riverside County Sheriff's Department in the studio, and they are huge fans, and we're very appreciative of all the hard work that they put in, but they wanted to come check us out. We got to say hello. They were big sports fans.
Yeah,
when
local guys. One went to Canyon Springs, the other went to Centennial.
Yes.
And then the young lady didn't say a whole lot because
she was from L.A.
She was the Los Angeles girl.
Nearby.
Yes.
But they came in here. And listen, I know I'm squeaky clean. Like really clean.
I am not.
I shower at least twice a day. I'm squeaky clean.
I shower,
but when they walked in, my first thought was, they're definitely here for Jeff or Greg. It's not me.
No, I was a little worried.
But they engaged you in conversation, Jeff.
They did.
And everyone was smiling and laughing and having a good time. So I'm like, okay, Jeff's off the hook. It had to be Greg Holla because he wasn't here yet.
And then Greg came in. They looked at him. They asked for his license, registration. They asked him they looked at him. They made sure the license was real. And they said, holy cow, that is the Greg Holla.
It's the one and only Greg Holla.
But I think he was off the hook too, though.
Yeah, but they kind of left the studio when Greg came in, so they didn't really get a chance to interrogate Greg.
No,
but I was hoping.
I said he's a fantastic guy. Whatever Greg did, I don't know him.
50 arrests, a good guy.
Yeah, right.
He's a good guy. I mean,
he's a great guy, but hey, I don't know him that
Mayor
well.
of Hub City.
Yep.
All right, so big shout out to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department popping in the studio. I mean, we told them there's an open door because they're all big sports fans. Said, hey, come in here, give us your sports takes. We'd love to hear from you. Oh, the Raiders.
Raiders.
I bet you they're Raider fans.
Yeah.
Oh, I can feel it. So, big shout out to them. All right, so speaking of the Chargers, I know one of them's not a Chargers fan. I know he's a Rams fan. Remember that? We're talking about the Chargers for the Rams. And he's like, the Rams, and what's the other team?
That San Diego team.
The other team. But I kind of like the Chargers, and here's why. So Joey Bosa, big star on the defensive side of the football for the Chargers, he came out, made headlines, really. Kind of shocked everyone.
What'd he do?
He split this country. It kind of shattered a lot of relationships because Joey Bosa came out and said he did not like The Last Jedi from Star Wars.
I love you, Joey Bosa.
It's very polarizing. Greg Holla down here, he loves The Last Jedi.
Dude.
Jeff and we can't stand The Last Jedi.
It ruined Star Wars for me. And I'll tell you what, you guys were not as high on the newest, the latest, greatest movie, Solo.
Wrong again, Solo.
I loved it. You guys, you liked it.
It was good. I'm not going to rush back to the theater.
Would I go see it again? I'll wait until it's on DVD.
Yeah, when it comes out on DVD, I'll probably buy it.
You guys are horrible. I loved it. I'm going to go again this weekend. I'm going to take the wife and sons, and we're going to go enjoy it together. And you guys cannot besmirch it. But Joey Bosa hated The Last Jedi.
Joey Bosa hated The Last Jedi, so that's why he's cool in our books.
Yes.
Here's what he said. I am pretty disappointed with that last film, The Last Jedi. My interest in the rest of these movies is slowly dwindling because the last one was such a big letdown. But I'll definitely see it. He's talking about Han Solo, just like we did.
What was the letdown?
It was a big letdown. Oh, that was Greg. What a great question. Because look, what's the next question? What was the letdown for you, Joey? He says about The Last Jedi, simple, it was just not a good movie, Greg. Bad plot, didn't make sense, horrible jokes, just corny lines throughout the whole movie. It wasn't a Star Wars movie, Greg.
It was supposed to be a comedy. It was supposed to pass the torch, okay?
There's more, Greg.
It didn't pass
anything. There's more. They tried to make it more of a Marvel movie, if anything. Rian Johnson, who's the director?
Ruin Johnson!
Just stay away from Star Wars, please.
Get out.
The Last Jedi was terrible. That's what he said, Greg Holla. I couldn't make that up. Why would I make that up?
In my opinion, that was the best Star Wars.
The Last Jedi?
Yes.
What the hell is wrong with you?
In mine,
the best ever?
Top 3, Last Jedi.
Stop.
Wait. Here, Rogue One.
That's not even a Star Wars movie.
Return of the Jedi.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Okay, Jeff, top 3 real quick, off top of your head.
Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Last Hope, or New Hope. Sorry, the New Hope.
So the 3 originals.
The 3 originals, yes. I think that's what I had
about
on my
Phantom
list.
Menace? Jar Jar Binks.
How about Jar Jar?
No. The
Jar Jar.
Phantom Menace is second from last. The second from last, so it's number 9. Number 10 is The Last Jedi, hands down. I think I put Solo.
So wait, so
I put Solo
rather
5th or 6th.
Would you rather see Phantom Menace or Last Jedi?
Phantom Menace in a heartbeat.
You
Really?
see Jar Jar?
Oh, yeah.
I'd go Last Jedi.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi.
You go Last Jedi?
If
Before
that's-
Phantom Menace,
yes.
Oh,
top 3 for me.
No, I'm
Return
saying,
Oh, you're
I'm
crazy.
saying if you're gonna go watch a movie and they told you either it was Last Jedi or Phantom Menace that you get to watch and that was it, which one would it be?
Phantom Menace.
Last Jedi.
I couldn't
Last Jedi.
stand. No, I can't.
Yeah.
No, because it wasn't Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker had bad hair and he died. I don't want to. This is
Made him a big wimp.
They did. They made him a wimp.
That's what makes me mad. That's my
Yeah.
hero. They made him a big wimp.
He's the savior of the. He's the chosen one.
He
For
is.
God's sake,
They made him a wimp.
they made him a wimp. We don't know who Rey's parents are. We don't know who
They're
Snoke is. It's just plain stupid. But I will say this: Solo, I loved. You guys are both wrong on this. It's my 4th or 5th. I think my 5th favorite of all of them.
I have it like number 5.
Because I love The Force Awakens, and I might be only few. I think Force Awakens I had as 4th.
I have it 3.
You had Force Awakens 3rd?
I'll go Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, Force Awakens, top 3.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. And then I go Force Awakens, then I go Solo. I loved Chewie.
You know what we should do? Let's tweet Joey Bosa. Rank your top 3 Star Wars movies.
Give it to us, Joey Bosa.
I'm going to hit him up. I'm going to do it.
I'm telling you, we need to do something. But yeah, I agree.
All right, Chargers are in OTAs. They're getting it cracking down there. No pads or anything. But remember, Jeff, they finished the season pretty strong.
They're going to be in the Super Bowl.
They ended last year pretty strong. They were looking good. The team was coming together. Anthony Lynn, the head coach, got those guys all pulling in the right direction.
9 in a row at the end of the year.
Phillip Rivers is still Phillip Rivers.
Great.
With the, what kind of tie does he wear? It's that Western tie. The
Bolo tie.
Yeah, the bolo tie.
You got to always trust people who wear bolo ties.
Here's your man, Phillip Rivers.
Well, I mean, you've seen a lot of competition, which is good, both within position, obviously against the defense, back and forth. Guys are working. I think guys are working. We're a year into, this new beginning. Coach Lynn's second year, our second year here in LA. So everybody's a little more settled, a little more, and it's you feel like we're ahead in terms of where we were last year, and we just got to keep our head down and keep working.
All right, that's Phillip Rivers, your quarterback of the Los Angeles Chargers. Although our friend from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, not a fan.
No.
Not a fan of the Chargers. That's okay. We celebrate everyone, even the Chargers. Dez Bryant, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. You see this?
Yes. I got some thoughts on this, my man.
See, that's why I'm going to tweet at Joey Bosa to find out his favorite Star Wars film. Because once in a while, an NFL guy will tweet back or message on an Instagram post or anything like that on social media. So Dez Bryant put something on social media and some kid randomly said, hey, what team do you want to play for? Who's your favorite? You know who he said? Think he said the Raiders?
No.
Think he said the Rams or the Chargers?
I would think he would.
No. He said the San Francisco 49ers.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you can have Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant was offered $21 million
by the Ravens,
a 3-year
wasn't it?
deal by the Ravens. He turned it down. He's not a number one receiver anymore. And if you're going to say he should go to the 49ers, I'm going to tell you why he shouldn't go to the 49ers.
Why?
Because they already have 11 receivers on their roster. And they just drafted 2 in the 7th round, Dante Pettis and Ricky James. They also have veterans like Pierre Garçon and Marquise Goodwin. What are they going to do? Pay him out of what?
But those aren't very good
Piggy bank?
receivers.
It doesn't matter. They have 11 guys on their roster that they've brought in.
But
Why
we
would
need
you
a
bring
number one.
But he's not a number
He's a
one.
one.
He's not a number one. He wasn't a number one with Dallas.
We need a
How good
one.
was Dallas last year?
Not very good.
Is Dallas better than the Ravens?
I'd say yes.
Not much. Not much better. And they offered him to be a number one. They offered him $21 million, and he turned it down.
He's holding out for the Niners.
If the Niners offer him that kind of money, they're stupid. Then why draft 2 guys in the 7th round? 7th round guys now can play.
No, those are practice squad guys.
They are not practice
They'll
squad
never
guys.
catch a ball from Jimmy G.
Is he better than Pierre Garçon right now?
Yes.
No, he is not.
No, he is
You
better.
are crazy.
He's better, Pierre.
You are
Mal
not.
Massi. He's better than Pierre.
Bryant could be good in the red zone, but I'll tell you what. We don't know how good the red zone is because the sample size of Jimmy Garoppolo is too small to mention or even know. So why would you bring Dez Bryant, who's a cancer? He's a cancer. He dated a Kardashian. Do you want that curse?
Did he?
Yes. Do you want that curse?
No, I don't want that.
Exactly.
I didn't
if you
know
want,
that.
If you
That's
like the
new information.
If you like the 49ers, you're going to have to bring in the Kim
love the
Kardashian
49ers.
curse because that's where Des Bryant
don't want
was.
it.
He was with her.
We'll block the bridge. Don't let him in.
Don't let him in.
I didn't know that.
I just told you that's right there.
Well, that's
is
where
the
he
curse.
wants to go.
Well, what
Don't
happened?
get mad at me. That's where he wants to go.
What happened to Reggie Bush?
I don't know.
Gone.
He's gone. He disappeared.
Des Bryant.
I don't know.
What happened to Des Bryant after Kim Kardashian sucked the life out of him? He became his second or third tier receiver.
Where's Chris Humphries?
Where's Chris Humphries? He
might
could
be dead.
He might be dead in the
We
streets for
don't
all
even
we know.
Where's
in a
Lamar?
gutter. In a gutter somewhere.
Lamar. Look at Lamar.
He almost died.
He was face first in a puddle of his own vomit in a whorehouse. That's where
Bruce?
Where's Bruce?
Bruce
They
is
all
gone.
suffered.
Bruce is gone.
Yeah, Bruce is no longer. You want to suffer the Des Bryant curse in your team, the 49ers?
No.
Okay, see you, Des Bryant. No longer available.
When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, back to the NBA Finals, we're going to preview it as LeBron is going back to the Finals 8 straight years. Is he the best ever?
No!
We'll discuss that as well when we come back. It's your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
One thing. How you guys doing today? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about strength. And of course, it's very specific to speed. We're talking about the single leg supported low squat. Come check it out. So when it comes to athletic performance, and more specifically speed, it's all about the ability to generate force, all about being nice and strong. Now, running is a single leg motion. So it makes sense that you have to have a great foundation of strength. You gotta have single leg strength. So this exercise really works on that single leg strength here with a deep bend in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So what Mike is gonna do is gonna have an open hand grip, all right? He's gonna get nice and tight to the rack. He's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have his right foot on the ground. He's gonna flex his left knee, all right? He's gonna lower himself nice and easy. He's gonna tap that left knee on the ground and then come up. Now go ahead and do a couple reps here, Micah. All right, so what we want here is we really want to emphasize pushing that left foot in the ground, that right foot in the ground and not pulling himself up, which is why we have the open hand grip. And as I mentioned before, really getting that deep bend in the ankles, the knees, and the hips, just as if we were sprinting. So if you're not doing this exercise, you really want to add it to your repertoire because it's a great drill for building speed and generating force. We do it right here at Boost.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Pardon? 8 bosses. 8? 8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Hep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're live and amplified, broadcasting from out of Riverside. You know we're live, you know we're local, right here in the Riv. Hashtag the Riv raised me. 3 to 6 p.m. every single day of your life on the local sports leader. The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Every 3 or 5,000 miles, whatever, 3 months, or you can just hang out there every single day on your way home. Coffee's always on. They always got a smile on their face. They got a mint and a flower for you. Get that oil changed right now. You're overdue. I know you are. Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. All right, to the NBA Finals, Jeff. It all starts on Thursday. Cleveland against Golden State for the 4th year in a row. Are you fatigued? Are you done? Are you tired of all this nonsense? LeBron against Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the guys?
No, I have not been a big LeBron James fan. Probably because deep down, I'm still a huge Laker fan. I hope he comes to the Lakers, but I just haven't really liked the guy. He's a polarizing player. I don't like what he did to Cleveland the first time. I've always thought he was kind of an egomaniac. But then he's come to grow on me. And I'll tell you what, he grew on me this last series. I don't like the beard. I don't like the receding hairline. I don't like any of those things. But I'll tell you what, the guy can play. He carried this really a mediocre Cleveland team past a very good team-oriented Boston Celtics team, which I thought would get them at home. You got to give him his due. He had a great Game 7. But they're playing against another guy I think is pretty darn good. And I think if you take LeBron James out of Cleveland, Cleveland is not very good. And I think if you take this next guy off, they're not very good. And I'm going to say not Kevin Durant. I think everybody's talking about the Durant-LeBron matchup. I think it all boils down to Steph Curry. Steph Curry, after watching last night and watching what he has done the last 4 years, he is the guy that really the piece that puts Golden State together. Because Golden State right now, if you look at them outside of their 4 best players they have, they don't have much going on.
No, they don't have a deep bench. We've talked about this before. I feel like the last couple of years, those Golden State teams were better than the Golden State team we see this year. They've had better teams in the past, the last 3-4 years, than they do this year. And I think simply because they really don't have a bench outside the starting 5. Say what you want about Swaggy P. Looney's another guy that plays quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Pachulia doesn't even get into the games anymore. Like,
the only guy that you can look at and say that guy's a good bench guy is Sean Livingston. Has been really the staple.
Yes, he's been around for the whole deal.
But remember, they had David West, they had Andrew Bogut, they had guys that you could
Spades,
count
Marcus
on.
Spades,
Marcus
with a big body.
These guys were great NBA players that knew their roles. You look at JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee started a lot this year. He's not even getting off the bench. Their 2 bigs are not getting off the bench. The one good thing you say about Looney and the other guy from Oregon is that they play hard and they do what they're supposed to. But this Golden State team, I think, of the last 4 years is probably the 4th best we've seen.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like the least strongest that they've had in this run, this dynasty they've put together. But meanwhile, Cleveland, this might be their worst team too.
This is as bad as the teams that LeBron took his first couple years when they had Boobie, they had guys,
Boobie Gibson,
and they had Mo. When you have guys,
Mo Williams
and Boobie
Gibson, and Anderson Varejao.
Not a very good team, but LeBron James, you got to say you've got to put him up there in the top 5 greatest players of all time. But you cannot take away what Steph Curry means to this Golden State Ball Club, and he is the reason that they're going to their 4th straight championship series.
See, that's where I fall on LeBron, kind of like where I fall on Tom Brady. They're not my favorite players. In fact, I don't know if I'd even consider myself a fan, but I admire what they were able to do. Again, I'm a 49ers guy, Joe Montana, Steve Young. You kind of get where, my wheelhouse for football is, my age range. But watching Tom Brady doing what he's doing at 40 years old, and this consistency and his greatness, like I want to see him in the Super Bowl. Same thing with LeBron James. If Boston would have came out of the East and played Golden State, I would have, in the back of my mind, I would have been thinking, man, incredible run by the Celtics without their 2-star players. Man, what a great story. But in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, but you know what? As much as I like this Celtics team and this run they've had, I want some star power. I would have liked to see LeBron James get another crack at Golden State. In the back of my mind, Boston would have been a great story, and don't get me wrong, the Celtics are going to be around for a long, long time. But I still, in the back of my mind, I would have been yearning for that LeBron versus Golden State matchup again. And again, I'm not a LeBron fan, but if I'm going to sit down and watch the finals, that's what I want to see. Again, Boston was a fantastic story. I just don't want to sit around for 7 games and watch them.
No, and we're going to talk about, everybody is going to talk. There is no answer saying that LeBron is better than Michael. Well, you know what? It comes down to this. Let's say this. LeBron is the best from 2010 to present. Before that, you'd have to say Kobe Bryant. Before that, you'd have to say Michael Jordan. Before that, it could be Magic and Bird. Before that, maybe Dr. J. There is always a player that transcends the sport for the time. LeBron James right now, he's in the center of the social media atmosphere. You have to, everybody's going to say it, he's the best player because there is more ways to watch LeBron James. There's more way to be in touch with LeBron James. 20 years ago, we didn't have the social media that Michael Jordan was around. If Michael Jordan were playing today, we might have a different story. But everybody has a short memory. There's a guy that averaged 50 points a game. He scored 100 points in one game.
It's my guy.
He had 55 rebounds in one game.
My guy.
Wilt Chamberlain, and people can say, well, he was playing against inferior players. I want to say the guy was 7 foot. He was the best beach volleyball player in the world. He
played beach volleyball?
He started beach volleyball. Wilt Chamberlain.
What do you mean he started it?
He started beach volleyball. He's the guy that made it popular in the 70s. He quit basketball and became a pro beach volleyball player.
Is that real?
Yes, that's real. He also ran the fastest 400 in the world at one time.
What?
He was also They were going to fight. Muhammad Ali and Wilt Chamberlain were going to fight. They had a bout that they were supposed to fight. It never came to fruition. But we're talking about a phenomenal, great athlete. Wilt Chamberlain, if he was here today and was playing in this atmosphere with social media, there would be no doubt, no hesitation that he is the greatest of all time. 55 points a game, my friend. 55. He scored 100.
Wait, but hold on a second, Jeff. I'm trying to understand this because was it last week?
I'm still a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fanatic.
Was it last week?
2 weeks ago.
I was trying to make a case that the top 3 players of all time were Michael, LeBron James, and Wilt Chamberlain. And you said no.
Kareem and Wilt are my 2 favorites of all time. And I'm not going to waver. Kareem is
till
still
next week.
Till next week.
And next week.
Kareem changed the game because of his hook shot, scoring, and his length of career. His sample size from high school to the day he quit the NBA is no one has ever been a bigger winner except for Bill Russell, but Bill Russell did not have a skyhook. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in a game, but there was no social media to support him being the greatest. Now every young child knows who LeBron James is. My 1-year-old knows who LeBron James is. No joke. We'll see him on TV and knows exactly who he is. You couldn't say that 20 years ago when Michael Jordan played.
See, I think Michael Jordan was even more famous, more prevalent. He was everywhere.
He was.
At least in my little world.
But
he seemed to be like...
The world we knew back then was
different.
Was newspapers, Sports Center.
Magazines like
Sports
Slam,
Illustrated. Sports Illustrated.
Posters were real
News.
big. Like you go and you buy like posters at the store, and like Michael Jordan was like every poster.
If a shoe came out, you knew through word of mouth. Now, if a shoe comes out, you don't hear about it because you've read it on social media.
Yes.
Everybody.
You've seen it on Instagram. Before, I used to see shoes in Sports Illustrated.
Yes.
Converse had ads. Nike had ads. Michael Jordan, had the News Jordans, the Reebok pumps. Like, they were on Sports Illustrated. That's where you saw the cool shoes. But I just remember, I felt like, again, there's only a couple athletes, but Michael Jordan was one of those guys that felt larger than life. He felt like a Paul Bunyan type of, like, folklore character.
Well,
he had a cartoon.
That was Wilt Chamberlain, but you and I weren't around.
No,
but
we didn't experience that.
And I talked to a lot of older guys this weekend at this goofy party I went to, and everybody said you never saw Wilt Chamberlain. And the more and more you hear that, the more and more he sounds like a Paul Bunyan type figure. 100 points in a game, 55 rebounds.
That's crazy.
Averaged over 50 points a game, and he didn't even get MVP the year he won. Averaged 50 points a game.
How do you not get MVP?
Because you had guys like Elgin Baylor. You had guys like Bill Russell. You had guys that were incredible scorers. Oscar Robertson. These guys were amazing, and they were great athletes just as much so, maybe more so fundamentally than the players we see today. But LeBron James, you can't argue that he's better than Michael Jordan because you can't compare the two. Two different eras, two different social media platforms. I think it's one of those things we're always going to argue, and no one will have a true definitive answer.
All right, we got more NBA coming up a little bit later in the show. A couple quick baseball and softball playoff updates. Again, it's Super Tuesday around the Inland Empire, the semifinals. Who will go on to the championship games? Norco already on top of Los Altos in the Division I softball playoffs. Paige Smith, a 3-run homer, so it's 4-zip Norco right now. Baseball update as well from Redlands. The Terriers trailing Maranatha 2-zip after 2 innings. So we'll keep you updated on any of those scores. Again, you got to follow and tweet us at @inland_sports so we can pass those scores along. Real quick at NHL, I want to touch on this, and Greg, I'm going to play something over here as well. Las Vegas taking Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals against Washington by a score of 6-4. Jeff, you were texting me about the NBA, and I had it on my computer, but on the TV, I had the Stanley Cup Finals because something about playoff hockey, something about especially the Stanley Cup Finals, it's intense. Like, it just feels different than everything else for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's so fast-paced, like anything can happen. All you need is like 5 seconds, and something can drastically happen in a hockey game, especially in a Stanley Cup Finals. So the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the expansion team, and Washington, they were tied at 4 in the third period, and then this happened.
Couldn't get it by Theodore. Theodore moving on with it now. Through one around, score! No sack!
Something about that hockey horn gets me going.
Well, it's definitely fun to watch because you see hockey guys are, baseball, I look at this similar, is when it is gut time. Hockey players, baseball teams, they play so hard, especially in hockey. They play like there is no tomorrow. They play like there's no next minute. These guys are fighting, tearing, doing whatever they can to win. And it's really a great story, though, with Las Vegas. First-year franchise, and first-year fans that have really adopted this franchise.
Yeah, something about that whole scene. I mean, the tragedy in Las Vegas, and here they're in their first year of existence. They make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. They're opening up the finals at home. The place was packed. I don't know what T-Mobile Arena sits. I'm going to guess maybe like 18 to 20,000, somewhere in that vicinity, if I was going to guess. There were thousands of people outside the arena. They score that go-ahead goal. The horn is going off. That place is popping. Like, it's one of those moments where you're like, man, I feel like the arena is just going to crumble. Like, the place was just rocking. It was loud. Such an intense moment. And again, the Stanley Cup Finals. I love the World Series. I love the NBA Finals. But something about hockey fans and the goal and the horn going off and them, like, swinging the towels. Like, I don't know what it is. It gives me goosebumps.
Well, it's fun to watch. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like Game 7s. There's nothing like Stanley Cup playoffs. There's just something, like you said, about hockey. Playoff hockey is second to none. It's an event.
Yeah. And all season long, I casually keep an eye on it. I'm not a big hockey guy. Like, I love going to games. Like, in person, hockey's a lot of fun. You get to wear a big sweater, take a blanket, beanie, get all nice and cozy and watch a great hockey game, maybe see a fight. I love it. But I don't watch, like, game after night after night after night. Hey, did the Maple Leafs, beat the Jets tonight? Like, I'm not into it that much. But there's something about playoff hockey. And I guess just the fact that you have to have a golden goal. You have to score a goal to win. I'm a soccer guy, but I hate soccer goes to a shootout. That's dumb. Hockey will play all night long if they need to get a real winner, and it was 6-4 last night, Game 1.
And I kind of could equate it to, like, the soccer in Europe. I mean, that's...
Yes, that environment.
Yes,
that
exactly.
Feeling. Like, it's hard to describe. It's like pandemonium. Like, again, I just get the chills. Like, the hair on my arm just stands straight up when they score a goal, and the place is going bonkers, and the horn's going off, and the way they celebrate, and the fans on their feet. Like, it's just crazy. I know it happens in the NFL. It happens in the NBA Finals. It happens at the World Series. But something about hockey, I don't know what it is.
I think it's because, especially in Southern California, you have such a limited fan base. So when they do show up, they are true fans, and they show up every single game.
They're not casual.
No, you go to a Kings game, you go to a Ducks game, and those
even
guys,
the Reign have rabid fans.
They are real, true hockey fans, and they show up. And I'll tell you what, I think the tragedy in Vegas, I think, brought the fans in. I think the question of whether or not they were going to be flighty fans, because it is a visiting. It's a destination.
A lot
place.
of transplants.
A lot of transplants, but Las Vegas has really kind of taken them on as their own. A lot like Los Angeles. There's a lot of diehard hockey fans that have migrated to Las Vegas.
And it's a shame that the NBA Finals, they're definitely going to overshadow the Stanley Cup Finals. But if you have a free night, definitely check out Las Vegas and Washington. It's going to be a fun series all the way to the Stanley Cup title. The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Boost Performance Training. Athletes of all levels and all sports, everyone's going to Boost Performance Training. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Twitter. Stay up to date on the very latest. Check out the strength and speed class. The first one is always absolutely free. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, it's just getting juicy. We're going to talk more NBA playoffs, plus 76er star Ben Simmons, who could be the Rookie of the Year in the NBA. He wants you to go to the UC Riverside basketball camp.
Yes.
He wants you, Jeff.
He wants me.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
I will be there.
You got your Highlander blue on? You've got your basketball shoes on?
I will be working camp this summer.
You are?
I am.
Are you going to run into him maybe?
I will run into him, hopefully. He did tweet, though. I was just actually talking to Coach David Patrick right now.
You're texting him?
Right now as we speak.
Give me the latest when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
we're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment on your favorite show is brought to you by our friends at Kin Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. They can do those large team sales. You got a whole team? I got a really big team. They can do that too. Letterman's jackets, embroidery, hook it all the way up. Maybe you just need a couple pieces of new sporting gear. Shin guards, Jeff, cleats.
I walk around
batting,
with shin guards all the time.
Batting gloves.
Just for fun.
Anything. Kin Sporting Goods, Horsetown, USA. We love you. All right, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. So, Jeff, we got UC Riverside basketball camps coming up, right?
Yeah.
It's a very big deal. David Patrick, the new head coach. And it helps when your godson's Ben Simmons of the 76ers. He will be the NBA Rookie of the Year. So when Ben Simmons is going on Twitter saying, hey, everybody, go check out the UC Riverside basketball camp with not only his godfather, but his brother, Liam, is out there too running the camp.
I am running the camp.
You're running it.
I will be doing I will be mentoring and coaching the youngsters of the camp.
The young ones.
Not messing with the high school because I have the little guys and I'm
molding
excited.
them.
I'm going to be molding them. I'm going to be working camps with Coach Patrick. And I'm excited to go to camp this summer.
So when you have the little guys, are you just teaching them the very basics? Like, here's how you dribble a basketball. Here's how you pass.
We are going to get after it. We are going to teach every aspect of the game of basketball, and we're going to make it fun. We're going to introduce Coach Patrick to the city of Riverside and the youth, and he really wants to do some great things. So Coach Patrick is going to come in with his staff.
He's coming in
on Thursday. He will be here Thursday.
Oh.
And we also, we got a big show that day. We got the voice of UCLA basketball. Tracy Murray will be here Thursday.
What a show.
So we're going to have, Tracy's going to hang out with us during the show, and he's going to give us his views of the
NBA Finals will tip off that night.
They tip off that night. And we're talking,
man,
he's an NBA champion. Maybe we can convince him to wear his ring.
Wait, who did he win a title with?
With the Houston Rockets.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. So maybe I will try to convince him to wear his ring.
That would be awesome.
Into the studio.
You guy could wear it?
No.
Why? Come on, just for a picture.
No,
just one.
No, okay, maybe
just
for
one
a picture.
little one.
Maybe
a quick one.
Hey, I put on Paul Westhead's World Championship ring when they won with Magic Johnson his rookie year. He came into my house, one of my home visits, and he let
Hello,
me,
Joe.
Hello, and he let me put on the ring. I got
because he wanted you.
Yeah, he wanted me. I loved him. He was a great guy, but decided not to go. But Joel Embiid and the Ben Simmons, those guys, I'll tell you what, when Ben Simmons tweets out that he wants you to go to UCR basketball camp, there might be a shot that he might be there.
Yeah, because you said Ben Simmons is in L.A., or he lives in
Ben Simmons has a house in Los Angeles.
You're like, I saw him get interviewed. I'm like, I didn't see any of that. Where did you see that?
TMZ, that's where I get my news. He was getting off the plane in Los Angeles, and they were interviewing him. But did you see what Ben Simmons did this past week?
No.
He threw out a first pitch in Philadelphia.
Oh, Ben Simmons did?
Yes.
Good arm?
He threw with his right hand, and he threw a strike. It was a perfect throw. Of
course he did.
Well, they're talking about changing his shot from being a left-handed shot to a right-handed shot.
Oh.
He's
got great
rumor.
accuracy.
He's got great, but he does everything with his right hand.
Could
except
they really?
Play basketball. Everything.
They switch him to the right?
Well, it can't be any worse. Have you seen his jump shot? He needs some kind of help. So maybe switching to the right hand.
Look at that.
Maybe he can be a right-handed jump shooter.
That would be very interesting. Have you ever seen someone do that? In the middle of a career like this? Like
somebody recently, changed their shot from right-handed to left-handed to shoot free throws. And it was a couple years ago.
Oh, holy smoke.
And
Can you search that, Kono? Like, who was it?
Do you remember that? It was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
Somebody switched from right-handed to left-handed, and they were a much better free throw shooter.
Was it a big man?
It might have been. Yeah, I believe it was a big.
You'll find it. It's
yeah.
out there.
But yeah, there was. So yeah, maybe you can see Ben Simmons. But if you get a chance, maybe we'll look at that pitch he threw out. Great strike through a perfect baseball. He's an Australian guy. Threw a perfect pitch.
Yeah, I remember David Patrick wanted him to play, what was it, Australian rules football.
Yes. Said he was great.
Yeah. But it worked out.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons did basketball. Worked out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his teammate Joel Embiid.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
So Ben Simmons is, flying into L.A., interviewing with TMZ, promoting the UC Riverside basketball camp.
As he should.
But his teammate, Joel Embiid, he's back in Philadelphia, and he's not watching the NBA Finals. Oh, no. He's out playing basketball, but not in the, Sixers facility.
What do you mean?
He's out in the streets.
Yep, as he should.
The streets, man, of Philly.
Did you
West
see
Philadelphia, born and raised.
Did you see? He was playing with, if we grabbed Steve Kono.
Yeah.
We grabbed Greg. We grabbed you and someone else. I'm not going to include me in that because I could still play.
Tim Hatch.
Throw Tim Hatch in there. And he was playing. Did you see the way he was playing with it? It was kind of a comical.
It was like an and one.
Hey, I'm a good passer.
Yeah.
But man, he was jumping and was like putting his elbow in the rim.
He bouncing the ball off the guy's head.
Yeah.
And he was like reverse dunk.
Yeah.
Like he was just messing around.
Having a little fun, but pretty cool to see a guy who was arguably the best big guy in the NBA out there playing with guys in the street ball.
And the best part is, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it was some sort of a social media gimmick or anything like that. Like somebody caught video of it from, I don't know, it's like an apartment building. Like, I think that's Joel Embiid, and started shooting some video. Like, it's not like, hey guys, I'm going to announce this. Look how cool I am. I'm going to be amongst the common people out here playing pickup basketball for the street cred, of course.
But
no, it wasn't that.
No, and he's been that guy. He's been real voice. Talks a lot of smack in the NBA. They say he's the best smack talker there is. But yeah, it was really cool to see. Like you said, video that was kind of not scripted.
No, it was someone like on the 10th floor of a building with their iPhone. Like it was garbage video. It wasn't like it was some sort of a sponsor. Like Red Bull. Hey, you know what? Let's send you out there. We'll send cameras. You're going to just show up at this pickup game. We're going to shoot all this video. People are going to be like, oh, how cool is that? Look at Joel Embiid. No, I think he just went out there on his own and someone, saw it and said, I better shoot some video of this.
Yeah, I would love to see one of these guys, one of the Lakers. I'd love to see Lonzo Ball, see if he actually plays basketball in the offseason.
Are you kidding me?
He doesn't play pickup games, but
he's not working out.
His two brothers, the other two balls.
The middle ball.
They play.
The younger ball.
Yeah, the younger balls. They play at 24-hour fitness or something, and there's always video of them on Twitter, Facebook, but they're always playing against guys that are like 50 and 60 years old. No one cares.
I'm over it.
Did you see the Ball brother got a shot today with the Lakers?
Yeah,
Had a workout.
We're going to talk about that.
Oh, my golly. But yeah, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, the future of the East, I say with the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, that is where basketball needs to be. And it'd be nice to see the Lakers kind of reemerge and have the old rivalry brought back up.
Well, we're going to talk about, again, LiAngelo Ball got I wouldn't say tryout, a workout with the Lakers. We're going to talk about LeBron and Kobe and how this all fits into the greatest ever. But real quick, an injury update as we get set for the NBA Finals, which is really just 2 nights away. It's Tuesday, and the finals will tip off on Thursday night. Andre Iguodala still has the knee injury, hoping to come back for that first game of the finals. Jeff, he's an important part. I know he's a little long in the tooth. He's been around a while, but he was the finals MVP just a couple seasons ago. They need him. I know he's not one of the big four, but he's a Hampton Five, and they need him.
They need him because he can play defense. He can guard smaller guys. He's still quick enough. He's still got a quick enough first step that he could guard anybody. He can guard a big. He can guard the smallest guy on the floor.
Would he guard LeBron James?
I think
or do you think it's Durant?
I don't think they're going to give it to Durant. I think they're going to put Klay Thompson on LeBron a lot of the time. I think
because Klay Thompson's a great defender.
Yeah, they're gonna double every time LeBron gets the ball. They're going to either double with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Even though he's a little guy, they'll use him to kind of get low on him, and you have Klay Thompson who's a bigger guard. Will guard him. I do see if Iguodala is able to play, and it doesn't sound like right now he's kind of in limbo, but he is the guy that can really offset those minutes when Klay Thompson goes to the bench. He will be the guy to guard those guys.
And for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's still in concussion protocol, so we don't know exactly what his status might be for Game 1, but that'd be a huge loss for Cleveland if they didn't have him to open the NBA Finals. Jeff, I know you tweeted out something that, as great as LeBron James is, he's the best player on the planet. I don't think anyone will argue against that. But you said there's another important player on the Cavaliers.
No. The more important player for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, for the Warriors.
I think a lot of people are still overlooking how the greatness of Steph Curry. Steph Curry is arguably, you could say that LeBron James is the most dominant player in basketball. He could probably go out and average 50 points if he wanted every single night.
Yes.
But I think the best basketball player, from hands down, fundamentally sound, the best basketball player has to be Steph Curry. He handles the ball well. He's arguably the best shooter in the game. He sees the floor better than anybody. He's not a great defender, but he's serviceable enough because of his size. He helps when he needs to. I think without Steph Curry, you don't have this big, monstrous, gargantuan, a 4-time finals without Steph Curry. And I think people are going to miss the fact that when this all said and done, Steph Curry is going to go down as one of the best players ever. And it's nice to see LeBron James go against Steph Curry because those are the two guys that make both teams go to war.
Star power.
By far.
And that's what I want in the finals.
But I think he's underappreciated.
I think so.
As good as he is, and everybody talks about, Kevin Durant being the superstar, the number one. I think if you take Steph Curry out of the mix, the Golden State Warriors are they're above average, but they're not great. If you take Steph Curry out, they're not great. You put Steph Curry in, they are arguably they're a franchise that is going to be a dominant for the next 5 years. They are already, what would you call? I mean, it's
already a dynasty.
A dynasty, but they have a shot to win 5, 6, 7 titles if they stay intact,
stay together.
Yes, and
I think they will, and I think they can. All right, so we're going to talk more NBA playoffs when we come back. Also, Kobe got on Twitter, got on social media during the finals, comparing himself with the greats. Real Kobe move, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. LeBron versus MJ versus Kobe. They're all great. Can't we just all enjoy them? All of them? 3 of them? Greatest of all time. We're going to talk about Kobe, MJ, and LeBron James. And more on LiAngelo Ball. Will he play for the Lakers?
Stop!
I think there's a good chance.
Stop!
I'm just kidding. We'll be back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. This segment is brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Listen, there's a chance that you will save thousands of dollars when you buy a car, truck, SUV, sports car. But only if you go to Catalano Motors. If you're in the business of wasting your money, all that hard-earned money, you punch the clock, you grab your lunch pail, you go to work every single day, take that money, you just give it to me or holler at Jeff. But if you want to save it, you go to Catalano Motors because there's specials every single week. You can buy a garden, a reading room like Jeff.
Yeah.
You can buy like a King Griffey Jr. rookie card. You'll have so much money left over, so many things you could do. But only if you go to Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. The website for Catalano Motors is catalanocars.com. All right, so Kobe Bryant couldn't help himself.
What do you mean he couldn't help himself?
When he's not hanging out at the YMCA in Redlands, he's on social media. Still talking about how great Kobe Bryant is.
Well, he was pretty darn good. He was the best from 2000 to 2010. Nobody better than him in the league. 2010 to now, LeBron James.
Greg just pointed to the sky like he passed away. I don't know. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
Hey, Now, I know you're not a Kobe Bryant
No,
fan,
I'm not a Kobe guy.
but you can't say that he was not the best in that 10-year stretch. Nobody better than him. He won more championships than anybody in that time. He won without Shaq. He won with Shaq. He won with guys like Pau Gasol,
who's a Hall
Ron
of Famer.
Artest.
Hall of Famers.
I'm sorry.
Hall of Famers.
Pau Gasol will probably be a Hall of Famer.
Okay, Meta World Peace is not.
Meta World Peace. No.
DJ Banga.
DJ Banga.
Ugh.
He won championships with guys that you would look at and you go, okay. Similar to what LeBron James has done. I should say LeBron James has attempted without guys like Chris Bosh. Those kind of guys. You can't, think of the guys that LeBron has played with. He's played with some pretty good players.
No, you're right. I mean, LeBron's had some decent teams. He's had Kyrie Irving, right?
Kyrie Irving.
He's got Kevin Love this year, but Kevin Love kind of hasn't been the same guy since Minnesota.
Dwayne Wade
in Miami and Chris Bosh.
But the one thing about LeBron James you can say is he hasn't won without anybody. Kobe Bryant has literally won.
But he had Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol was a good player, but Kobe Bryant was the guy. There was no second fiddle. It was Kobe Bean Bryant.
Well, so naturally, LeBron James punches his ticket to his 8th consecutive NBA Finals,
Pretty
right?
impressive, but the East is weak.
Very impressive. But you're right. There's a caveat there that the East is awful. But naturally, that sparks the conversation online. Hey, that proves it. LeBron 8 straight finals. He's better than Michael Jordan. He's better than Kobe Bryant. He's the greatest. And Kobe jumped in there, being real Kobe-ish, jumped in there and said, hey, wait, let's just enjoy each guy and what they did for what they did. Kobe said, enjoy my 5 world titles. Enjoy Michael's 6 world titles. And enjoy LeBron's journey, because it's not over yet. And my first thought was, Kobe, get out of here.
Why?
We're talking that mess.
Why?
Because people want to talk about this. People want to gauge where LeBron fits in with the greatest of all time. Now, when we did our top players of all time, Jeff, in the NBA,
yes.
Be honest, when I was doing my top 5 and top 10, Kobe didn't cross my mind. I think Kobe is probably somewhere between the top 10 and 15 players of all time. Kobe's not in my top 10. He's definitely not in my top 5. LeBron is in my top 5. Michael Jordan's number 1 of all time.
Are you speaking as a Kings fan or no?
I'm speaking as an NBA expert.
I think you're speaking as a Kings fan.
As a hoops expert.
I think if you weren't a Sacramento Kings fan,
yes,
it'd be different.
The reason and we can argue.
Where's Kobe? Where's Kobe then on your top, best of all time?
My top 5.
Top 5.
He's
top
my
5.
I'd say he's my top 2 guard. My top two guard.
Top 5.
Wait, Michael Jordan was a 2 guard.
He can also have the 3. They were interchangeable. 2 and 3 are
Give me your,
interchangeable.
okay, so let's do
if
this.
I had my starting 5, I can give you my starting 5. You might disagree
But your
with it.
all-time starting
my
5?
all-time starting 5. If I was to grab a team and pull them out, my starting 5. Here they are.
Okay.
They might not be the best players of all time, according to some.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Because everyone else is talking about this on Twitter.
Let me give you my
back
top,
up, Kobe.
Let me give you my top 7. How about that? That gives me 2 guys off the bench. 2 off the bench.
Okay, so when you say starting 5, you mean by position?
Yes. By position. My point guard would be Magic Johnson.
Okay.
My 2 guard would be Kobe Bryant. My 3 guard would be Michael Jordan. My 4 man would be LeBron James. My 5 man would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. My 6th man would be Wilt Chamberlain, and my 7th man would be Pete Maravich.
Okay, here's mine. Off the top of my head. The point is Magic.
All right, where we agree there.
Michael Jordan's my shooting guard.
Oh, he can't shoot, but that's okay.
LeBron James is the 3.
He can't shoot either, so you have no shooters in that lineup.
The 4 is Tim Duncan.
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
And the 5 is Wilt Chamberlain. My guys off the bench.
2 guys.
You gonna say Steph Curry?
No, it's going to be Larry Bird.
Good call on that one.
And
I'll give you that one.
Jesus Shuttlesworth?
No. Honestly, this goes back to my wheelhouse. I want to pick Barkley or Malone. I'd probably go the mailman.
You know what, though?
I'd probably go Karl Malone.
That's a really good team, but the only guy that can shoot on that entire team.
All of them.
No, the only guy that can shoot comes off your bench, Larry Bird. The only guy that can shoot.
Michael Jordan. I mean, come on.
Michael Jordan was not a jump shooter. Michael Jordan was a scorer, a slasher.
He could fade away. That was his
he
shot.
developed a jump shot later on, but he was never a shooting guard.
My 5 would be
Kobe
your 5.
Bryant is a shooting guard. Michael Jordan would be my 3-man, my slasher. LeBron could play a power forward against anybody. And then you go Kareem. I have a team that can shoot. I might even, if I go my second point guard list.
Who's your second point? Isaiah Thomas?
No.
John Stockton?
No, neither one of those guys. Probably Steph Curry because he can shoot. That's the way the game is changed. Larry Bird would be my 4-man in that group, my second group. My 5-man would be, like I said, would be Wilt.
But the fact that LeBron is back in the finals, does that, in your estimate, strengthen his case as the greatest of all time?
No, because the Eastern Conference has been so bad for so darn long. The last time that the Eastern Conference had another good team, it was the Miami Heat, and he played for them. There hasn't been a team that I can
to challenge LeBron.
No, there hasn't been a team.
Okay, let me ask you this: Michael Jordan was 6-0 in the NBA Finals.
Yes.
He took 2 years away to play minor league baseball.
Yes.
Do you think he would have been 8-0 in NBA Finals? Do you think they would have won 8 straight NBA titles?
Maybe.
I think they would have.
They might have.
I mean, we'll never know.
Exactly.
But I think he would have went 8-0.
But I think if you put that Chicago Bulls teams against the Laker teams, we've discussed this, the Showtime era, I had you sold last week. There was nobody that could have guarded Magic, Kareem, Worthy, Byron Scott. There was nobody could have guarded that.
That's a good team. On paper, that's a good team.
That's a great team. But you put that in that era, I don't think Michael Jordan gets those 6 championship rings if he's playing in the early 80s. In the late 90s, yeah, that's his era. That was his wheelhouse. But you cannot, it's tough to compare teams. Could he have beat the Boston Celtics with Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge?
That's a great team, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's teams. Hey, they beat the Lakers. They were the one team that beat them. But the Lakers also beat them as well 5 times. There you go. There's my 5.
I just, I get where Kobe's coming from when he's saying, hey, everyone's different. We played in different eras. We had different competition. Like, everything was different. So you have to enjoy them for different reasons.
I agree.
It's like having 3 kids. I love them, for different reasons. This one's kind of zany. This is the smart one. He's the athletic one.
I like
But you love them all.
Sometimes.
You might play favorites, but you love them all. And I think that's what he's trying to get to. Hey, you know what? Enjoy my 5 titles with the Lakers. Enjoy Michael's 6. Perfect 6-0. Enjoy LeBron's journey because he's not done yet. Now it's 8 straight NBA Finals. But when I first read that, my gut reaction was, wait, why is Kobe comparing himself to Michael Jordan? Because he's not. And sorry, guys. And 2, yes, LeBron James is probably in my top 3 players of all time now, but he's not Michael Jordan.
But he hasn't played any. Every time he's played great teams, when he hasn't had superstars, they just don't win. They don't win. Great players have won without great other guys. Kareem won without anyone in Milwaukee.
If LeBron can single-handedly put Cleveland on his back and win the title this year against this Warriors team,
I'll say he's really good. I don't say he's the
best.
best.
Would it take him to the next level? Would it pass Michael Jordan?
No.
Would it make him number 2 all time?
No, I don't think you can do that. I think they're of different eras. I think, like I said, I think social media has played such a big part in the fame of LeBron James. If you talk to the kids now, the high school kids, they never saw Michael Jordan play.
No.
That eliminates 3/4 of the population. There's a small group of people that have seen LeBron James play, but there's more people that have seen him play because of social media.
True.
So I think you can't really, no one's ever going to win this argument. You can say, well, you can put him in the conversation, but I think you have different eras, different players. Magic Larry Bird era was pretty darn special. You had the Michael Jordan's era, very special. You had the Kobe Bryant era. That was his era. That's who won championships. Very special.
All right, we come back. The Rockets PA announcer, he was acting a fool. LeBron's teammates, the Cavaliers, they were acting a fool. We got lots of fools when we come back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Buenos dias out there. We're brought to you by Spoiled.
Buenas noches.
Oh, good night, too, right? Spoiled, quick quality oil change, excellent customer service, great prices. Greg Holla is going right after the show, so he's going to do a little meet and greet, a little pop-up there, so you can go meet Greg Holla. Spoiled, quick quality oil change every 3,000 or 5,000. All right, this segment, I'm going to dedicate it to all the guys out there who are acting a fool. You know who you are. You're acting a fool out there, right, Jeff?
Whoa.
That was going on.
There you guys.
Everyone out there acting a fool, including the PA announcer for the Houston Rockets last night. Did you hear this guy? I didn't see it as it happened.
I've heard about this, but I would love to hear it actually.
This is home court advantage, but this is also acting a fool. So here is the PA announcer for the Houston Rockets introducing the Golden State Warriors last night for Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals.
At forward, 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant. The other forward is 6'9" from UCLA, number 5, Kevon Looney. The center, 6'7" from Michigan State, number 23, Draymond Green. And one guard, 6'7" from Washington State, number 11, Klay Thompson. The other guard is 6'3" from Davidson, number 30, Stephen Curry. Head coach of the Warriors, Steve Kerr.
And here comes Kevin Durant and the head coach, Steve Kerr. Bleh. You know, and I'm sure when the Rockets came out, it was like, and now, at guard, he's a third year, I don't know, whatever, James Harden out of Arizona State. You know, like they totally get into it. And I know it's acting a fool, but I kind of like it. That's what you do when you have home court advantage. You have your local PA guy that, you know, now this is Sacramento, shooting guard at a Lower Merion High School. Or Meridian. Was it Merion or Meridian? Kobe Bryant.
Lower
The big man. Out of LSU, Shaquille O'Neal. And then, like, Bobby Jackson comes out and the place is going nuts, you know. Out of the University of Minnesota, the Golden Gopher, Bobby Jackson. And the place is going nuts. No, the place was going nuts. It was popping off. Arco almost crumbled that night.
Yeah, people wanted this guy, Matt Thomas, fired.
They did?
They did.
Dude, people need to get a life.
People are going off. I think it's darn funny. If you watch Steve Kerr's reaction.
Was he laughing?
Yeah, he thought it was funny. He thought it was great.
Dude, get off this guy's back. So many problems in this world. You're going to get on the PA guy?
No,
get off that.
Silly.
Get over yourself.
You know, we were talking earlier about the guy who changed his shot from right-handed to left-handed.
Yes.
Tristan Thompson, we found out. That's the guy who changed his shot.
Man, too bad he couldn't change it again.
He needs to change it again.
Like, he's got no more hands. Like, he can't change again.
Yeah, and then
he's still bad.
Oh, he's still really bad. He averages 5 points and gets $20 million plus a year. Hey,
thief.
Also, we talked about the greatest of all time. I think we kind of need to mention this guy, Bill Russell. 11 championships, went to 13 straight championships.
That's unbelievable.
LeBron James, you've gone to 8. He went to 13. He won 11. That, my friends, is pretty good.
Yeah, you know what?
So that was the retraction we needed.
No, you're right. You're right. And again, it goes back to, it was a different era, but you said he played against some really great players, too. It's not like there was a bunch of nobodies, and he was putting up monster numbers and winning titles every single year.
Yeah, I don't think Oscar Robertson. I don't think Elgin Baylor. I don't think Jerry West. I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think Wilt Chamberlain. I don't think any of those guys were slouches in their day, and I think they would have been great now. So, yeah, I think we did leave out one guy, and I don't like him. But Bill Russell was pretty darn good.
He would probably be at least one of those two guys coming off the bench. Remember we had like our starting 5?
Yeah, he would have been my third or fourth team. He's a Celtic.
You don't like those Celtics.
I was besmirchingly putting Larry Bird on that second team of mine, even though I don't like him at all.
Hey, can we talk more about acting a fool?
Yes.
This is our acting a fool segment.
I want to hear more.
So do you know there's these memes, these GIFs online that people love to share on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I'll give you an example. It'll have a picture of, let's say, my hands, and they're covered like in black and oil, and there's junk under the fingernails. Like you've been working under a car in a ditch or something, working hard.
Ditch digger.
Blue collar, you punch the clock, you grab your lunch pail, you got a hard hat on, You work hard. And it says, my hands look like this, so her hands can look like this. And it's a hand with like a big fancy diamond ring and fancy nails. She looks great, right? You just see the hands.
Yeah.
My hands look like this, so she can look like this. Well, I saw this meme floating around, and I'm like, man, I have never seen anything more true on Twitter. Usually half the things I see on Twitter I think are dumb. This one hit right at home. It says, LeBron looks like this, and it has him after the game. His feet are in an ice bucket. His knees are wrapped in ice. His shoulders in ice. He is covered in ice. He is all wrapped up with bandages. You can't even see him. He looks like an ice mummy. It says, LeBron looks like this, so they can look like this. And it has a bunch of guys that don't even recognize him, but they play for the Cavaliers.
I just saw J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith, and they're all flossing with the Eastern Conference Finals championship trophy. And it just made me laugh that LeBron looks like this. There he was, sitting in his locker all by himself, bandaged up like a fool because he just played 48 minutes and single-handedly carried this team. So his dummy teammates, I was going to say something else, but they're real dummies. So they can look like that, posing with the trophy like they just earned it, putting it all over Instagram and Twitter, acting a fool. You saw Greg Holiday, didn't you? I was like, oh, my gosh.
Straight 4 other holes.
Ugh.
Yeah, but that tells you, I mean, that does bring back that if you're LeBron James, do you want to come back to this next year? I mean, do you want to play with those guys and play 48 minutes every night when you could go to someplace else? Now they're saying he might go to Houston. That would be the latest.
You know, there's going to be a conversation between LeBron and the owner saying, okay, either they're going to win the whole thing this year or they're going to come up just short, and they made it to the finals again. But
he's gonna stay.
You think so? But there's got to be a conversation. It's like, okay, what are we going to do to make this team better? You saw me carry this team. I'm playing like 44, 46, 48 minutes a night. Triple doubles. Like, he's got nothing else to give. What are you going to do to get us over the hump again?
And I don't know what they can do because they are landlocked with these horrible, horrible contracts. We've discussed it last week. Guys are on the hook for, Jordan Clarkson. Isn't that the guy who played for the Lakers?
Yeah.
He's on the hook for $22 million.
He hasn't done anything.
He has done nothing. And you have guys like Tristan
Thompson,
making
a thief.
Making over $20 million, averaging 6 points a game, 5 points a game in the regular season. Kevin Love is kind of stuck. He's injury prone. He's broke his thumb a couple of times. He always has something going on.
Concussion protocol now.
So they've given LeBron James everything they could at the trade deadline. They got rid of Derrick Rose. They got rid of other players to facilitate LeBron James. And LeBron James has had to work harder now than he ever did in the last few years. He's worked harder this season than he did with Boobie Gibson.
Yeah.
This has been an exhausting season, but there is no way for anybody, I don't care who the GM is, who the owner is, to get rid of those goofy contracts.
It's the only way you're going to keep LeBron.
Is get rid of some of those guys.
What are we going to do?
But what team in the East, what team in the West is going to want to take guys to make Cleveland better? Nobody. Nobody out West is going to give up anything. Nobody in Boston is going to give up anything because they want to dominate the East. You have Boston, Philadelphia, Toronto are still very good.
Yes.
And you have Cleveland that is getting old when LeBron James plays 48 minutes a game.
When LeBron James is all said and done, man, Cleveland, they're going to be in such a bad spot.
They have
to be. Like, they are going to be in a really bad spot. Boston's only going to get better. Philadelphia is only going to get better. The East is on the rise. It's not going to be a cakewalk for LeBron. Dude, if LeBron hangs it up in 5 years, man, Cleveland goes straight to the bottom.
And let's talk about the West just for 1 second because CP3 wants a 5-year deal, a max deal. He is 33 years old right now. He's injury prone. Do you give CP3 the max deal for 5 years? The only way you give him the max deal is LeBron James is coming to Houston. If he signs early and does that 5 year, he's going to be 38 years old, injury prone, body ridden, hard. There is no way I think you get LeBron James in Houston. That is an out. LeBron James doesn't want to stay in Cleveland because he's going to have to play 48 minutes. He's going to have to go someplace where he can sit out a few games, sit out time. But who's going to take him? Philly doesn't need him. Boston doesn't need him. Where does he end up?
Big question.
Los Angeles.
I kind of think this is it for LeBron. I feel like this is his last chance to really win an NBA title because, I think Boston and Philadelphia are going to be super tough to get through next season and years beyond if he stays with Cleveland and stays in the East. And I think this might be it. Honestly, I feel like this might – I think that's why I wanted to see Cleveland in the finals so much. I think this might be the last time we see LeBron in the NBA Finals. I really do. I think this might be it.
See, I don't, because I do, as much as I talk smack about him, I think if he comes out west, he comes to the Lakers, he's going to bring guys with him. There will be 2 other max contract guys. Even if you don't have the 2 or 3 max contract guys, you're still going to have 2 max and maybe Julius Randle signed. That's a pretty good team. I would be okay.
But it's still in the West.
But that's okay. That's okay because he can play against the East. He can rest more by playing out west, by playing East Coast teams. He can sit out some of these games. He hasn't been able to see. He played every single game this season. Last year, he sat out 6 games. He does not want to play 48 minutes a game. No one would at that age.
It's just tough.
Yes.
I mean, Houston's going to be good for a while, I think. Golden State's still in their dynasty run. Kawhi Leonard's a big wild card. Let's say he goes back to San Antonio. That's still a really good team with LaMarcus Aldridge. That's a pretty good team, too. The West is tough, and the East is on the rise. That's why I'm saying I feel like this could be the last time we see LeBron James in the NBA Finals.
I think you could say that to a point unless he leaves, and I do think if he comes out west, he's going to bring some dudes with him.
When we come back, we got to get you all set for the Dodgers and the Phillies. Clayton Kershaw, if you didn't hear off the top of the show, will not be rehabbing with Rancho Cucamonga. It broke my heart. But we will have Dodgers talk and a Halos update. They are in Detroit, and I believe they're already up, right, Jeff?
Oh, yes, they are. They're up. Would you like a score?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Let's tease everyone.
All right.
You love to tease. All right, we'll be back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Out on me.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Cora.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. And this segment's brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets. They can bling it out with all those cool CIF patches you got. You can be cool walking around the Inland Empire. Big sports star. You got to go to Ken Sporting Goods to hook it all the way up. Go check out their sporting gear, their Letterman's jacket, the team sales. They can do it all. Ken Sporting Goods out there in Horsetown, USA, Norco, California. All right, in our next segment, we're going to go over some of the CIF Southern Section baseball and softball scores, but I'm going to give you a quick teaser. Everyone in the Inland Empire seems like they're winning.
We are winners. We're like Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
We are drinking dragon blood. Isn't that what he drank? Tiger's blood. I'm drinking Tiger's blood. Everybody in the IE is drinking Tyler's blood. Tiger's blood. Tylers.
Everybody's winning.
Everybody. We're all
I'm excited. I just looked at my Twitter. It's blowing up. Everybody's winning. Almost everybody.
Almost.
It's a good feeling, but I'm kind of panicking. So I'm like, oh, man, what are we going to do on Friday and Saturday? We're going to have a lot of games to cover. We're going to have a really big team. If you win a title on Friday or Saturday, we've had a tradition where we usually bring them on to the Inland Sports Show. So maybe on Monday might be Championship Monday where we bring everybody on.
Could be like Titletown, USA. They can drive into the studio like a parade. They
That'd
can
be
sit on their
wonderful.
cars
With the championship trophy.
With the championship trophy and dirt.
We'll give
championship dirt. That's what we should ask everybody to give us championship
Bring
dirt.
us a little bit of dirt.
A little bit of
to
dirt.
put in the studio.
We'll put it in little bags and staple it to the walls.
Let's do it.
A little bit of, a little championship dirt.
Or if I'm there myself, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll see you do that. I want some championship sweat.
Jeff wants some dirt.
I want to get the coach's sweat. Get a headband or a hat. And then we'll save sweat in a bottle.
It's a little weird, but I think I could do it.
You could. Give it a shot.
I'll try. For you,
Hey,
Jeff.
Can I have some sweat, please?
All right, your score updates in the next segment. Right now, we're talking Dodgers. We're talking Halos. And the Dodgers with a big win last night. Greg, let's fire up the highlights from last night as they were able to beat the Phillies. It was a comeback win for the Dodger Blue, but they did it. It was 5-4. And here was the game-winning hit, the go-ahead hit by none other than Yasmani Grandal. You gotta be kidding me. Yasmani, we're ready for you. I had it all. What is up with this computer?
Yasmani. The pitch.
What's Greg looking at on here? It freezes up all the time.
The pitch to Yasmani Grandal. It's hit deep. It's hit far. It's gone. Yasmani Grandal with a base hit single. He's coming around to score. He got Chuck Muncy.
It's buffering, man. Like Greg did something to this computer.
Chuck Max Muncy is rounding home. Puig comes to the score. Dodgers win.
Pinch hit. RBI
That brought him within a run. That was Matt
0-2.
Kemp. He's back.
A bouncer off of Morgan.
Here's the tying run
Who flips
against the
it to
Phillies.
first.
Tied it at 4 in the
Time.
8th inning.
The game is tied.
That's what I just said. Now here comes the game. Here's the game-winning run. The go-ahead run. Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal. It's a bouncing ball. Pass Kingery into left. From down 4-0 to up 5-4. Wow. Some magic in the air tonight.
Believe it, like a magician. Yasmani Grandal, the rabbit out of the hat. The Dodgers win 5-4 last night against the Phils.
I liked my call a lot better. It sounded pretty good.
You were really good.
I was preparing.
Really good.
Yes, I was preparing. Hey, my team is playing right now. I know that's your team. You want to talk about your lineup.
The Halos.
Yes. Can I give you an update?
Give me an update because I got to pull up the Dodgers
Beep,
lineup.
boop, beep, boop, boop. The computer says Los Angeles Angels 5, the Detroit Tigers 0.
Gonna be a win.
Yeah, bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Halos. Light up that halo, baby. Sorry, Timmy Hatch.
Who lights it up? Is it Trent Rush? Like, does he go out there and there's a switch and
Yeah,
Trent?
Trent Rush. He goes over there and he takes a lighter and he it's like old school. It's a real lamp. And it goes.
There's
all
like a
the way.
pilot light,
Yeah,
like
it's
he
a
gets
pilot
in there
light.
and he lights
turns
it.
on. Lights. I want to be the guy to light the halo. I wonder if they have a guy that does that besides Trent Rush. He's in Detroit right now.
You know what? Next time we bring him on, who lights up that halo?
I
Because that's
wonder
what
if
they
he
say
would-
after a win. Who
I know.
lights up the halo?
I wonder if you and I go to a game if they would allow us to light up the halo. That would be cool as
That
heck.
would be real. That would be on my bucket list.
I'm gonna
light that halo up.
I'm gonna tweet to him next break if Pep and I show up. Can we please light up the halo?
Because for whatever reason, I kind
Win
of
or lose.
like
light it up.
the gas powered like fireplaces.
Yes.
Like you open up the gas a little bit, then you put the flame in, and it starts.
Yes.
I almost feel like there's like a key. It almost looks like a churro or something, and you stick it in there.
A special key.
Yeah, and you twist it like a big churro. You twist it, and it opens it up.
It goes.
And then it like shoots up. Like it starts at the bottom, and it just shoots up the big A, and then it lights it up
That
for the
would be-
world to see. That's how I picture it.
Be awesome. I want to do
I
it.
wonder if it works like that.
I'm gonna ask. We're gonna find out. You and I are gonna
Who
light
lights up that halo?
You and I are gonna light it up, Pep. We're gonna light it up.
You want to text him right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna text him in just a minute.
Text him. Say who lights up that halo after a big win.
That's all I want.
Is it home and road? Because I'm not an Angels guy. So even if they win in Detroit today, does somebody back home at the Big A light that thing up so everyone knows in Orange County, the Inland Empire, and everywhere in the world that the Angels won tonight? I wonder if they still do that. Because is someone waiting at the base of the Big A, or like I bet you can go inside of it. I bet you there's a door. I bet you go inside the Big A and someone's sitting there waiting, listening to the game or watching the game, just waiting. and that's their only job in the world. I bet you that's somebody's job.
I just texted him.
We're going to find out.
He's working big time. He's on Major League Baseball Network today.
He
in
is.
Detroit. You know, he was at the Brickyard the other day. Did you know that?
What was he doing at the Brickyard?
He was hanging out at the Indy 500.
No, I didn't know that.
Isn't that the Indy 500 they just
Yeah, the Indy
had?
500. Danica Patrick crashed.
Yeah, she's a ding-dong.
Last race ever, and she crashed it up.
Well, she's too small to be racing anyway. She's the size of a doll.
She's real tiny.
She's tiny and not very cute. I don't care what anybody says. She's not cute and real.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No. Thank you. Taking my word.
All
Five
right.
Zip Angels.
5 Zip Angels on top of Detroit. Shohei Ohtani penciled in to start tomorrow, but it's not a for sure thing, but it looks like he will pitch tomorrow against the Tigers. Meanwhile, my favorite part of the show.
Ooh.
I've been in such a good mood today, but this makes me even happier.
It does.
I got a big smile on my face. You guys can't see it unless you're watching us live on the channel, which you better hit subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd appreciate that. All right, here's the Dodgers lineup. And I'm okay with this. So Max Muncy.
No, Chuck Muncy. Chuck.
He's a first baseman.
Yeah.
And he's hitting leadoff.
He's hitting home runs every 14 at-bats. Chuck Muncy can hit.
I'm a little obsessive compulsive, and seeing a first baseman hitting leadoff
makes you crazy.
It really bothers me. Anyone else in the room? I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh man, it bothers me. It's freaking me out.
Hey, Wally Joyner used to bat leadoff.
Did he as a first baseman?
Yes, he did. How dare you besmirch Wally Joyner?
But it bothers me.
It does.
I'm a little obsessive compulsive, and seeing a first baseman hit leadoff kind of bothers me. But he's hitting leadoff.
Okay.
Because I don't make the lineup.
Okay.
It's your boy Dave Roberts. Hitting second, third baseman Justin Turner. In center field and hitting third, Cody Bellinger. Cleanup, Matt Kemp in left field.
Hey, got to go with that.
Yeah, he's having a great year. Chris Taylor, shortstop, batting fifth. He's usually the leadoff guy, but he's batting fifth. That's kind of strange. Yasiel Puig hitting sixth. He's in right. Logan Forsythe playing second base, hitting seventh. Behind the plate, Austin Barnes, the Riverside Poly Bear.
Barnes.
He'll be catching Kenta Maeda. That's your battery tonight. Barnes and Maeda. So Kenta Maeda's been strong. He's won, I think, 3 in a row. Pitching pretty well as a starting pitcher. So that's your Dodgers lineup. No Yasmani Grandal tonight. No Kike Hernandez. Pretty good lineup. I'm pretty much on board. I'd probably just flip Muncy and Taylor. I'd put Muncy hitting fifth, and I'd be okay with that. And I'd put Taylor at the top.
Every 14 at bats, he's hitting home runs. That's his average.
So put Taylor on top. Let him be the leadoff guy, and just drop Muncy into the heart of the order.
You know, Max Muncy last year was cut from the Oakland A's on the last day of training camp and did not play for the most of last year.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was picked up by the Doyers.
And the A's are like that Moneyball team, trying to find great value, like the guys who fall between the cracks.
Waived them.
Man.
And then, of
somebody
course,
should be getting fired.
The Doyers found him, and old Chuck Max Muncy can play.
He scooped him up.
He's pretty good.
But it really bothers me. Like, I'm kind of getting all wiggly over here because I'm seeing a first baseman bat leadoff.
As well you should.
A little OCD. I'm like,
Yes,
oh,
you should.
man.
You should.
Wally Joyner.
It's driving me nuts.
Wally.
I love Wally.
Don't
Wally-
besmirch Wally.
Don't ever besmirch Wally Joyner.
I like Wally Joyner.
Hey, who's the other guy that wore the batting helmet?
John Olerud.
John Olerud, another guy I really liked.
Great. I think he was the leadoff hitter too.
Yeah.
He was a percentage hitter.
Yeah.
He was a good hitter.
Yeah, there's your other first baseman there. Oh,
All right, let's take a break. Because when we come back, we've got to get through all the Major League Baseball scores. We'll give you your Angels update as well. Again, they're playing right now in Detroit. They're up 5-0.
Rod Carew, another guy.
Rod Carew.
Another guy.
This drives me nuts. First baseman at the top of the order drives me nuts. And we got to get through all these CIF Southern Section scores, the ones that we got. Thank you for tweeting us. We appreciate it. We'll pass along those scores because we got a bunch of teams going from the Inland Empire going to the championship games in baseball and softball. It's been another banner year for the IE, which is awesome. And real quick, we'll touch on the NBA draft. Who's not going? Who might be drafted? Who doesn't deserve to be drafted? All the good stuff when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Twitter. Athletes of all levels and athletes of all sports are going to Boost Performance Training because they want a leg up on the competition. They want to be at their best. They want to win championships. They want a scholarship. That's why you go to Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. BoostTrainingSystems.com is the website. Jeff, I'm running out of words over here.
I know what you said.
I'm running out of words.
Not me. I can talk forever, Pep.
Good.
I came in today. I'm still awake. I didn't even have a coffee today. You know,
none.
No coffee.
You said, hey, let's go drink some magic water. It's going to make you feel
Wasn't
great.
It better?
I drank water. I feel pretty good.
I'm telling you, man. When I drink water, my day is much better. Taste isn't as good, but
no.
I really enjoy it.
All right, welcome back to your favorite show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff, you got Major League Baseball scores?
I can.
Okay, let me do this real quick. I've got CIF Southern Section updates. Know this, in baseball, Yucaipa has won. They have defeated Ayala 7-3. So Yucaipa, the T-Birch, hashtag Yucktown, they are going to the CIF Southern Section Division II championship game. Congratulations to Yucaipa. We're still tracking down a bunch of other scores, but on the softball side, in Division I, Norco has won. They destroyed Los Altos, so Norco's back in the championship game.
Take it!
Division II, King.
Wow!
Beats Buena 2-1.
I hate Buena. Good job, King!
King is moving on to the finals. In Division III, Redlands East Valley hammers Don Lugo. Rev is moving on to the
Rev!
game.
Woo!
Division V, JW North makes that long trip up to Templeton, which is near Santa Maria, and they win today.
JW North! Good job!
Third in Chicago. Good job, North. All right, so we got a bunch of teams going on to CIF Southern Section Championship games. Remember to follow and tweet at Inland_sports. We appreciate it. We've been punching up the scores all day long right here on the Inland Sports channel. So it's been a wonderful day for our local teams. Very proud of them, and we're not going to find out exactly when they play until tomorrow because the CIF Southern Section will release who's playing when and where. We know all the softball games will be in Irvine at Deanna Manning Stadium at Barber Park. So we know those are all down there. But Cal State Fullerton and UC Riverside are the host sites for the baseball championship games. So we'll find out exactly who's playing where and at what time for the baseball tomorrow. As soon as we get the information, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but we'll also put it on our Inland Sports website and our social media platforms.
Well, those SOBs at CIF better put all the Riverside teams here at UC Riverside.
Well, you would think it makes sense
for
baseball. If you're from the IE, put them at UC Riverside, you'll get a bigger crowd.
Yes. If they don't do that,
you're going to be mad.
I'm going to be so angry. I'm going to come after the CIF. I'm going to go after them.
You're going to be that mad.
I'm going to go after them.
All right. Any update on the Halos?
Yes. 5-1, bottom of the fifth. Angels still lead.
Oh, they gave up one. Any update from Trent Rush, our dear friend, who lights up the halo on that Big A? Only after wins. Nothing yet?
Nothing, because he's working. He's on Major League Baseball Network right now.
Yeah, but this is the Inland Sports Show.
Yeah, but
the Inland Sports Show.
We are always the number one priority, and if he doesn't answer me, I'm not going to talk to Trent Rush anymore ever again. Ever.
I was going to buy him a Wetzel pretzel next time he came in. I'm not going to buy him a pretzel.
No, I'm going to
I'll buy him a plain one with no mustard, no cheese, nothing. It's just a plain one.
No salt.
And no water to drink.
No. Just go out there, stand in the corner of Trent Rush, and eat it dry.
Do you have Major League Baseball scores for us?
I do. Who would you like?
Everybody.
Okay.
Oh, especially the Yankees and Astros. That's a great series.
Is it?
Well, yeah. It's two of the best teams in baseball. Maybe the two best teams in baseball. Yeah.
Stop it.
Defending world champion and maybe the best team in all of baseball, the Yankees.
Angels are going to be in it, and maybe the Doyers. Okay, here we go. Bottom eighth. Chicago down 7-1 over the Indians.
Chicago who?
The Chicago White Sox.
Oh, the White
rotten
Sox
team. The 16-35. Okay, in the bottom of the fifth, the Nats are up 3-1 over the Orioles.
Nats.
Top five.
Hey, wait, you said Orioles? That's a rivalry game. That's the Washington, D.C. Baltimore freeway series.
Yeah, that's right. The Orioles are rotten. They're 17-37.
Crab cake series?
Yeah, here we go. I will appease you with the Yankees Astros.
That's the big one.
All right, I don't care. I'm gonna go with it. It's 4-2 Astros. Top five. 4-2.
Right.
Okay, top six.
That's right, Angel fans.
Cubs losing to the Pirates 4-3. Chicago, there's peppers and sausages.
Peppers.
Middle of the sixth, the Red Sox over the Blue Jays 4-1. And like we said, my favorite team, the Angels, 5-1, baby. Woo! 5-1, bottom of the fifth, bottom of the second. Pep met 1-0 over the Braves.
Darn right.
The bottom four, the Cardinals 5, the Brewers zip. Bottom first, no score with Twins Royals. Top first, blah, blah, blah. No one cares. Giants, Rockies, no score. And then tonight we got the Reds, Diamondbacks, Rays, Athletics, and Rangers versus the best team right now in baseball, the Seattle Mariners.
They're hot.
And then the Doyers play at 7:10.
They're hot right now.
Versus the Phillies.
Hey, a couple quick NBA notes as well. So a friend of ours and a former Centennial High School guy, Cedric Bearfield, he's now at the University of Utah, the Utes.
Very good player.
He was entertaining, Jeff, the idea of going into the NBA draft. And today was the deadline, wasn't it?
It was.
And he decided not to enter the NBA draft. He's going back to Utah. It's probably a good choice, right?
Yeah, because there are a lot of point guards in this draft. You know, especially you're talking the first round, Trae Young. If you don't get drafted in that first day, there's no point coming out if you're an underclassman. Trae Young, the point guard, great point guard out of Oklahoma, is Mikal Bridges out of Villanova. You've got Colin Sexton out of Alabama. You've got some really, really good point guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Kentucky. 6'6" point guard. So,
mouthful.
A lot. Yeah, it was a tough one to say. I had to read it like 17 times. But, yeah, there's Cedric Bearfield, a very good player, but not yet ready for the NBA.
All right, so he's going back to Utah. And a quick reminder, I know there's a lot of summer camps going on. We're going to talk UC Riverside summer basketball camps with Coach Patrick when he comes in on Thursday. Lots of high school camps as well. Josh Giles, the head coach at Centennial, he hit me up. We've got the information on the Huskies basketball camps on our website, inlandsports.wordpress.com, our cool blog that has lots of videos and pictures and information. So you can go there, and it has the registration form for the Centennial High School basketball camps. LiAngelo Ball,
who
worked out for the Lakers today.
That was a courtesy. So like a courtesy flush.
Wait, does it?
It's exactly what it was.
It's a courtesy
flush. It was like when you show up and you stink up the place and you got to flush it out and get them out.
It really stinks in here. For the sake of everyone else, I'm going to give him an early one. I'm going to give him an early flush.
Definitely.
It still stinks in here.
It still stinks. So they're airing out the building right now because there's no way in God's green earth or hell in either God's green.
Wait, hold on. You used to work out players for the Lakers.
Yes, and
the Lakers hired you, right?
Yeah.
To work out players.
Yeah, I wouldn't have worked them out. I would have refused.
You would have refused?
I would have refused to work out the ball, brother, because there's no way in hell in God's green earth that he will ever be drafted or play in the NBA.
But why even give LiAngelo Ball, who's the middle ball, and his dad, LeVar Ball, why even give them a whiff of, hey, maybe the Lakers are interested? Why even give them that? Like, don't even bring him in for a workout. Why even give him that?
It was a courtesy to Lonzo Ball.
Why?
I don't know.
Lonzo Ball doesn't call the shots.
Apparently he calls something. But
no,
man,
Magic's in charge.
I'll tell you what. I will eat my shoe. I will lick my shoe.
No, eat it with a fork and a knife.
Yeah, I don't know how I could eat it, though. I mean, you
just boil it for a little bit.
I'd eat it. Yeah, I'd boil it. Eat some shoe soup. I would eat shoe soup if
we're rolling on this.
Jello Ball makes it to the NBA. I will drink shoe soup.
Done.
All right, I'm in.
All right, you're not going to be eating shoe soup.
No, I'm not.
There's no way.
There's no way he ever plays in the NBA.
All right, we come back. We're going to put a bow on this thing. Man, it's been a good show. We're all in good moods. We got Quakes baseball tonight. It could not get any better than this. We'll be back at your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
First, you got to do the truffle shuffle. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Oh, man, it was close. I almost ran out of words.
You did?
It was real. It's 5:57. It was really close.
You only have 86 left.
Oh, listen, the Inland Sports Show every single day is brought to you by Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, you can trade, you can finance. They make it so easy so you can do it all in one spot. And you can go to the website, CatalanoCars.com, so you can go see the stuff, go see the cars, before you go to the lot off Temescal Canyon Road. And you can save thousands of dollars. Say, let me see that weekly special because I want to keep all my money. Get a sweet new ride. Drive around the IE like the coolest person alive. Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. All right, Jeff, real quick, a recap from what we understand through the tweets and the Twitter. Playing for CIF Southern Section Baseball Championships. Yucaipa in Division 2. They advanced.
Yeah!
Moreno Valley in Division 6.
Woo!
For softball, we have Norco in Division 1, King in Division 2, Rev in 3, and JW North in 5.
North! JW North!
So pretty good day.
Great day here in the IE.
Still looking for an Orange Vista at Fillmore.
Fillmore's
way
who
up
went
there.
to Fillmore? The Brady Bunch. F-F-F-I-L-L-L.
M-O-R-E.
O-O-O-R-E. Fillmore Junior High. Yeah! You don't remember
The Brady Bunch?
Yes!
The Fillmore?
Yes!
The Fillmore?
I don't know. One
the
of the
Fillmore Flashes?
Don't you remember the F-F-F-I-L? Don't you remember the big chant?
No, I don't
Come
remember.
on! Yes, they all went to Brady Bunch, went to Fillmore.
Jeff, we got to wrap this up. My words have run out.
Yes, they're gone.
Quakes baseball coming up. There's the Brady Bunch. Quakes baseball coming up. Pre-game 6:50 with Mike Lindskog. Mike Skoggy right here on your local sports leader, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. As for us, the Inland Sports Show, we'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, every single day of your life, live and amplified.
Game's in the refrigerator. The door is closed. The lights out. The eggs are cool. The butter's getting hard, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
Inland Empire